Okay. Check, check, check. How's that? How's that? Are we good? We good? We back on? Can you hear me now? No? Nothing? You guys can't hear me? I had to switch up my. Okay, good. It is. By the way, let me know if it's loud enough too. So, welcome back to Gnostic Informant, and you're about to attain true gnosis. And I hate to say this. This is not me being happy about this at all. Um, but I told you so. I knew this was going to happen. I told you guys this was going to happen, and I saw it coming from a mile away when I knew there was a meetup coming up. And I was told by people that there was some weird shady shit going on. People claiming that they're making purple drugs. What do you mean making purple drugs? They're like, oh, they figured out how to make the purple. And I said, purple doesn't do anything. It literally, even Dioscorides says all you do with it is heal stomach ulcers and clean your teeth. That's all it is. It's not a cultic ritual. Amen made that up. So if they're claiming, and I said this to somebody, I said if they're claiming that they're getting high on purple, somebody's mixing it with drugs, probably some sort of date rape drug. Turned out the guy that brought the purple, who Maddie was promoting, did actually date rape somebody. So, and the funny part about all this, and this is not funny actually. And by the way, just so anyone knows, I'm not making any money off this, because this would be a very poor taste to jump on here and profit off something like this. I actually I want to be, this is serious. Like, this is not a joke. This is not a win. This is a lose for everybody. This is an L for everybody. And I wish I wasn't right. But yeah, sure enough, Amen Hillman, with all his talk about purple and how he can go into people's dreams and have sex with them against their will, literally saying this. I'm going to play a clip of that pretty soon. Who would have known that somebody was actually inspired by this to do this? Now, the video got taken down. Last night, Amen went live talking about this, blaming me, literally saying that I was behind this and I'm infiltrating them. And somehow me and Israel are to blame, which is hilarious because I get death threats from Israel all the time. All the time. In fact, let me show you guys that right now. Let's end that real quick. You guys think Israel likes me? That's funny. Let me show you what Israel says about me. Let me see if I can find this. Where is it? It's in my screen. I think I sent it to myself. I should have had this one ready. But yeah, I get death threats from them. They don't like me. I talk about their Bible all the time. I talk about their religion all the time. I talk about Zionism all the time. How much I'm against it. To the point where people who were watching me from the times when I used to have Rabbi Tobias Singer on are now threatening to kill me. Literally threatening to kill me. Look at this. Check this out. This idea that I'm involved in Israel is hilarious. Gnostic Informant. They sent this to Derek, by the way. Could you talk to your friend Gnostic Informant? He sits and makes videos with Tobias Singer, and now he steps him in the back by pointing out Abraham in Greek mythology. He even was in Jerusalem with him, and now he steps him in the back, telling him I kill his child inside the stomach of his wife. And after that, I pour out his heart and cut through as he's still watching. You can call the police, but if I see him once in my life, he will be killed as well. You get the point. I'm not very, very welcome in Israel. So that's, yeah. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't have people who watch me from Israel that are, agree with me on this stuff. I'm not saying that's not the case either. But the idea that I'm behind Amen Hillman's, look, this is so crazy. I'm the first person to promote his channel. He started his channel. He had no subscribers. He got his first 200 subscribers from coming on Gnostic Informant, and I said everyone nothing. Amen just started the channel. And because of that, he got noticed by Danny Jones, and then the rest is history. The idea that I would do all this just to end him later is so bizarre. Okay. Obviously, that's a silly thing, and people, but he really was. So the video got taken down. Amen went live last night, and he started talking about how one of the members of the Ammonite community raped somebody. sexually assaulted somebody. And he's sitting there talking about how we're getting infiltrated. Dude, this is your guy. This is your guy. This is one of your this is one of the well-known regulars of the Discord. And you're probably thinking, how does Neil know about the Discord? There's someone right now who just as of today decided, I'm getting tired of this. They're in the Discord. They were a fan up until today. Literally, after all this went down, they're like, holy shit, they're starting to realize they saw the whole thing play out. This person I talked to, and I can't say who it is. And they're in the Discord right now, and they're leaving. They said, I'm done. This person told me they watched the entire thing, and they said they saw it coming from a mile away. They were like, I saw I saw these messages from people talking about purple, getting together, hotel rooms, and I noticed, I was like, this is odd. I hope somebody's. And the person told me, I really thought somebody would be like checking all this, making sure everyone was safe. And then this person said, and then when I found out what happened when Amen went live, I was like, no, nobody. This is a completely unsafe, safe space. Like this Discord is completely unsafe. Like I wouldn't be surprised if someone else met up with someone from this Discord and something happened to them. That's how unsafe it is. It's crazy, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you right now. And then we're going to play some clips of just some outright crazy, insane video of Snappy, Tiger Shark, and Maddie they're literally becoming little almonds. Like they're literally doing what Amen does. They put text on the screen that are either fake or mistranslated, or they're just lying about it. And they did a whole video where I don't know if they got it from AI. I don't know what, but I'm going to show that. We're going to go through that. It's going to be a little bit of fun. If anyone wants to donate, they can. I just realized this is just a bad taste to be collecting super chats off of some. And look, I'm not going to tell you who the person is either. That's not for me to this, because I mean, as you saw with Amen's trial, whatever it was, the case where he tried to fight back for getting fired and it backfired, and the victims all spoke out that they sexually assaulted him. There was no Catholic Church investigation of demon possession, by the way. It was just St. Mary's fired him, and then victims of Amen spoke out, said he sexually assaulted them and stalked them. That's it. And Amen made this whole story up that all the Amenites to this day believe, that he was investigated by the Catholic Church for demon possession, that he was going through portals and materializing and levitating and doing miracles. Like, this is how insane. This is crazy shit. He's just a compulsive liar. I mean, he's telling his audience, let me see if I can find the clip where he's telling his audience that let's do a warm up. Let's do a warm up. He's telling his audience that he went to his neighbor's Ophite church. His neighbor's Ophite church. Watch what he says here. And it's almost mind-blowing that somebody would watch this and think, yeah, that makes sense. I think he's honest. I think this actually happened. Right. And also watch his eyes. Watch how his eyes look around. I know a liar from a mile away because I've been in prison. I've been around people who are liars. I know what liars do. I know how they act. This is I'm telling you right now, this is one of the worst compulsive liars I've ever seen in my entire life. Watch his face when he just straight up lies here. So listen to this. Is just insane how bad this is. Insane how bad this is.
You need some kind of
I got to unmute this.
Right. You need some kind of standardization, because you know why? I went to my neighbor's church last week, and you know what they did? The pastor's wife got up there and she started masturbating on the table.
Really? That happened?
And I was like,
are you sure about that?
Interesting, but
you know that meme from that comedian? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? That's what I wish I had that ready to go.
And you know what they did? The pastor's wife got up there and she started masturbating on the table. And I was like, interesting, but
does that sound like something Amen would say? Oh God. You really think he would just go, oh, interesting? This is like in his head. He's like a little kid making up a story. And that, like, if you believe this, something's wrong with you.
Neighbor's church last week, and you know what they did? The pastor's wife got up there and she started masturbating on the table. And I was like, interesting, but. And then they passed around these little cups, and people went up and they collected the communion. It was
Really?
pornographic.
Pornographic. Wow.
Church.
Wow, what a porn.
And they
Where's this
called
church at?
themselves Ophites.
Oh, they call themselves
You
Ophites.
must-
Oh, you mean like the other group that you always talk about before? Like you never heard of this before? Like, did you see this? Look at his eyes when he's lying. Look how he looks around. Look at him.
And I was like, interesting, but. And then they passed around these little cups.
See his
and
eyes
people
moving around?
went up and they collected the communion. It was pornographic church. And they called themselves Ophites.
Did they?
You must consume
Is that what they said?
orally
Oh, really?
climactic excreta
Oh, okay.
of Lady Mystery
Oh, got it.
in order to be able to meet Jesus.
So your neighbor's church just happens to do everything that you talk about on your channel, everything that your whole entire career has been about for the last 20 years or however 12 years or whatever. You just happen to go to your neighbor's church and they do everything that you say. Wow. Wow, look at that. Isn't that amazing? Wow.
And to talk with him. And you mean they were actually talking with Jesus? Yes. Church now is bullshit. In antiquity, they were talking to Jesus. Yeah. Angel.
So, okay. If you think that's true, something's wrong with you. All right. So we do have a clip from Amen from last night, I believe. I think it's this one. I think so.
The Joker in it. She's like mouse. Help. I want
You
to
see?
no one more.
Wait, I don't think it's that one. I think it might be this one. This one.
Members, we're not an organization.
Now, as I said, the video got taken down. I had the transcript. I'm just gonna see if this is listenable or not. I hope it is. But I might be. This is all we got, and I thank you Ashley for finding this. This is better than nothing. Like, good job in finding this. But it's got some echoing going on. So let's see. Let's play this clip and we'll react. And then if not, we can go to the transcript because Steven's all about transcripts. And whenever he's watching videos, he's always going through the transcript. And he got the transcript before the video went down. And I was so pissed, dude. I was so pissed. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? They took the video down. I wanted to react to this so bad because he lies so bad, blaming me for what happened at his event, for some guy bringing purple and doing all this crazy shit to women in his name because of his cult and the shit he says. Blaming me for this. And I wanted to react to it so badly. And it's gone. So we have a transcript of it, thankfully. We can go through the transcript, and we have some clips.
Does not exist in any single primary source from antiquity ever. Only one source.
Some of this
This is echoing way too much.
This always liars. It's always the scumbag liars. People who sit and say they're one.
You guys got to learn how to turn off your audio when you're listening, when you're recording.
thing.
I'm a
classics person.
No, you're
No,
not.
you're not. You lying stick of butter.
Chewy.
Let's lighten things up before I really hit hard. Allegations.
Oh, here we go.
Do you understand?
That's the guy. David Hooper. And we're going to show you David Hooper. We're going to show you what he's been doing for the last 2 years. If you think this guy just came out of nowhere, just some random outsider who came out of nowhere. Nope. 2 years. He's been right next to Amen. We got pictures of him and Amen. We got pictures of him and Snappy hanging out. Like this is a fucking high level Amenite. This is a regular. This is one of the regulars. He's the one who supplied the purple. I have all the evidence. Somebody today reached out to me and said, I saw you're going live. Here's fucking 10 screenshots from this crazy Discord. I'm done with these people. That's what they said to me. And I was blown away by what's in that Discord. Blown away.
If they are true, the allegations. No slander. Right.
That's another thing. This guy, Amon Hillman, is so self-centered. It's so narcissistic, so insane that he gets onto a live stream to talk about one of his members being sexually assaulted by another one of his members. And what does he do? He makes it all about him and how people are defaming him. And I got a defamation case. They're defaming me. And it's all about him. What happened to the victim? What happened to this? It's all about you now? It's all he can think about. And this is what happened last time. When the other girl, Atria, when she got popped in the group for abusing children, Amon said, "Hey, Ashley, you just saved everybody." And I'm thinking, "Oh, what? You're right. You saved some children from being abused. Yeah, that's great." No. The next line down says, "You saved me, and you saved Ken Wheeler. You saved Amon and Ken Wheeler from getting caught with them, from getting in trouble with them. Not the kids. They don't care about the kids."
People.
No, I'm sorry. I can't do the echo. We're gonna pull up the transcript. So here's the transcript. Here's the transcript right here. So I don't know. It's a miracle that we had this transcript. This was last night. You saw a clip of him. He was showing the guy on the screen. We all know it happened. I'm not making this up. I have the raw transcript right here, and this is going to be really kind of, it's there. I'm gonna do a quick scan through, so people can pause and see that I'm not I didn't edit this or anything. And then you can just keep pausing this, right, and doing a quick scan through, and you can just come back and check what I'm doing. So once this is up, I will go to the cleaned transcript, and let's do that. So the clean transcript. All right. So he says, if you've never been to a Junius concert, you need to see what the skill is all about. The finale, the play. Cyan people, it makes it want to jump out and tear something up. You understand what I'm saying? It brings nemesis, and that's what we need. So, let's hear it. Let's get to the part where I think, here we go. This is where it gets big. So he says, there was a man who tried to use that mystery. So he knows this was all about the purple, right? I'm going to show you this. Maybe I should show you you know what I should do? I think it might be better if I show you the Discord first, and then we can come back and see the damage that was done. I think that might be easier to do. I was going to show you the Discord after to show you how much associated Amon is with this guy. So first of all, who are we talking about? We're talking about this guy right here, David Hooper. And if you go to David Hooper's Twitter, you can see he's all about Amon Hillman. Look at this. April 13th, 2025. That's over a year ago. That's a year and 4 months ago, 3 months ago, right? What was he doing a year and 4 months ago? He says, David Hooper says, this call goes out for those who have eyes to see and ears to hear. Medea returns. Where have you heard that from? Who talks like that? Maddie talks like that. Amon talks like that. Right? Purple fingered David Hooper that Maddie was telling us about for 2 years now. Here he is. Brought to you by Dr. Amon Hillman. A right through flame, Pharmacon, and rebirth. Come April 21st, New York City. By the way, there's photos of him in New York City on this day hanging out with Amon Hillman. So when you see the transcript in a couple minutes, you're going to go, wait a minute. Why is Amon acting like he doesn't know who this is? Like as an outsider. He's lying. He's a liar. He's a compulsive liar who attracts PEDs and essayers. So look at this. By the way, talk about, money. You can't make money off the mystery. You can't make money off this. Oh, look at this event that happened. $20. They're charging $20 to listen to Amon Hillman. Go listen to Ariana Rainings and Amon Hillman to teach us a thing or two about Medea. $20 each. 6:30 p.m. April 21st, Easter Monday. Yeah, bring your 20. Don't forget the $20. Don't forget the $20. I never charged people money for my shit before. So you've already charged $20 more than I've charged for anything. Using numerous ancient Greek texts, including cults, writings of the Orphics, several trustworthy medical works. Yeah, he lies about that too. A sacred untranslated communion formula taken from Nero's library. That's fake. He never provides, never shown anyone what that is. He just talks shit. He just makes shit up. The Latin of an obscure mystic tragedium we call the dragon. The song of drugs and using maenads and the only surviving written words of an actual guardian of the Sibylline books. I open a portal to the unseen reality of human history that will shock, amaze, reconfigure our perception of historical reality. This is going to rub the wrong way. Dr. Amon Hillman, Medea Christing herself, fumigation. So this is David Huber, dude. This is what he's been up to. And let's see what else he says. Oh, here's another one. Look at this. Amon reveals the mystery. What's this? Lady Babylon 666. Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay. Initiation. How?
Initiation.
What's the process?
Oh.
Okay. Don't get queasy. But this is a practice that involves the use of communion. This is a practice that involves somebody's body producing a substance through the flesh that you and I can use. That substance will bring us to death and back to life.
Did you hear what just happened there? The guy who just sexual assaulted somebody at Amon's concert was sharing this video over a year ago. This video of he's explaining how the mystery done by extracting the purple or the drug that's mixed with the purple or whatever it is from little children. He's saying that if you do listen to what he says.
What's the process? Okay. What is the mystery initiation?
What is the mystery initiation? Well, what is it? Tell us.
What's the process? Okay. Don't get queasy. But this is a practice that involves the use of communion. This is a practice that involves somebody's body producing a sub.
You know who that body is? You know what he tells people in multiple other places and interviews? Danny Jones, his own articles. It's a prepubescent child. Look on the screen. You can see a little child on the screen. So far what we know is the mystery ritual is a prepubescent child. You have to extract substances from him. And what else?
Substance through the flesh that you and I can use.
Oh, what are we going to do with it? We're going to use it. Oh, wow.
That substance will bring us to death.
Death-inducing drugs, the thalassemia, right? That's what he talks about. He says Jesus did this.
And back to life.
Now, notice how he's not talking about this is a bad thing. He's saying we can do this. He's not condemning Jesus right here. He's saying we can do this. We can extract drugs from little kids and use it to die and resurrect, I guess. That's what the whole point is, right?
We go into the pit and we come out, and what do they call us when we come out in late Bronze Age? They say we're born again. That experience causes you to be kicked out of the time stream in an ionic way.
Now put a little note in ionic. I'm going to show you how much this guy influences the guy who just sexually assaulted somebody at his concert.
So that you can perceive what your existence actually is. So that when you're brought back, you can then live your life knowing how the outside, the ion affects time. It allows you. And you say, people are doing this. They're doing it to the extent that guys like Cicero are saying, if you haven't been through it, you can't live.
Wrong. Cicero never talked about anything about extracting drugs from children with burning purple. You just lied. Cicero, when he talks about the mysteries, he says the Eleusinian mysteries are the greatest thing that humankind has ever invented. He says all the great people. He talks all this stuff about the Eleusinian mysteries. Now, what Amon's trying to say here is that because he talks about the Eleusinian mysteries, that means he's talking about his burning purple ritual. That's bullshit. There are no sources about Eleusinians doing purple. They drank kykeon, which we have a good understanding of what was in the kykeon, and it wasn't burning purple. It was fermented grain, sometimes mixed with wine, sometimes mixed with some other I forgot what the other liquid was, but it's not purple. It's not purple dye. That's not part of it. You're just lying to people like you always do. So let's see.
You don't know what life really is. So, but
That's another thing Amon does is he'll take something that's out there that's a real source and he'll kind of attach it to his lie to make it seem legit. So when someone looks up at Cicero and they go, wow, Cicero did say that the mysteries were the greatest thing ever and that everyone should get initiated at some point in their life. Wow, Amon's right. But you literally smuggled in the burning purple extraction from kids. You smuggled that in. You're a liar. That's what liars do. Anyways, so David Hooper, this is the guy. And dude, he's a big Amon fan. Look at this. Dark Star, Lightbringer, UAP. It all starts with the Dark Star. Gateway, portal. The picture is, of course, a solar eclipse. The ancient traditions understood as a moment when the veil between the world thins. Amon Hillman speaks of the Dark Star as a threshold between life and death. Do you want to know what it means to pass through the Dark Star? Hillman describes initiation rites where the initiate undergoes a mystery, a ritual state of death and rebirth. Oh, this is just some random guy, right? Some random guy infiltrating the cult. Nope. This is a March 3rd, 2005. He's been around, dude. Everyone knows him. Snappy knows him. Maddie definitely knows him. Maddie's talking about my friend's going to bring the purple. I can't wait to see my friend. Talking about David. Look at this. Medea, Jesus, initiates of the ancient mystery cults all underwent death states. This guy's an idiot. This guy's totally culted minded. He has no idea this is all bullshit. All this is lies. He has no idea. He's totally bought in. Hillman suggests that the true initiation requires full immersion, a real departure from this dimensional plane. And he gets like UAPs involved, I guess. This guy's an idiot. He's like a crazy person. Just wait for Amon. Talking about Danny Jones. Just wait for Amon. This is probably where he found Danny Jones, probably. Because I don't remember him at all from the early days. I don't remember him at all when I was around. He might have been around. I just don't remember him. So, oh yeah. So if you go to his page, he's the founder of Ion, Eld Ion. What do you think they got that name from? Eld Ion. All right. He got that name from Amon Hillman. And if you go to his media, you can see he makes these like chips that are purple. I wonder where he got the idea from. Purple. Yeah. Digging the purple. Look at, don't tell anyone. So this guy's not some random outsider like Amon tried to say. And you're going to see in a second when I go through the transcript. He said that he made it seem like he didn't know who this guy was. He's a liar. He knows exactly who this is. He's a liar. Okay, so I want to show you what this guy was saying. I want to show you what this guy was saying. And I have a clip. I have a video. Actually, before I do that, I have a video of him. Just so we're on the topic of David, right? Talking about David. There's a video of him right here on the channel with Ariel. There's Ariel. That's probably her. Is that this? I don't know. Let's play this clip.
Soul's search for the truth that ultimately led me to where I am today. And I think you as well, Chris. And I connect with you and I empathize with you on that because I think we both had a similar wanting to know more. And I agree with you. I like how you mentioned, how come we don't study the Bible more? If you look at a classicist, which is somebody who studies ancient Greek and Latin texts, their whole job is to look at the text and not to give a theological interpretation, but just give you the plain translation from ancient Greek or Latin to English. And for me, that has been my latest ontological shock. I've had almost 10 from the time I've started with Diana's book up until now. And each successive ontological shock that I've had has really reframed how I view the world and my place in the world. And I think that's what my soul has been wanting, was like to go through this process of destruction and creation to be born again. And this is a really pivotal concept in the ancient mysteries, where you're reborn. And in the Catholic faith too, you know, with baptism, these concepts are still around.
So you can see he's totally almond brain, 100% almond brain. And before I get to the transcript that Almond last night, let's keep going and show you what he said. This is in the Discord. This is just a few months ago, and they're getting this. So they all got the news that there's going to be a meetup, right? This is in the Discord, and I can't reveal who gave me this, but I got it, and that's all that matters. So he says, I'm going to try to make it to as many as I can. Someone has to supply the purple. That's the guy. This is the guy that Maddie's been talking about. Okay, you got all the people in the group. Thumbs up. Yeah, purple heart, purple flame, medical, serpent symbol. What is the euphoria comparable to? This guy's saying he's going to make his own drugs. Look, listen how insane this is. This is how insane. And by the way, I was thinking today, sometimes I wonder, am I wasting my time trying to expose these cultists? Or should I just not worry about them and let them have their community and then today I realize these are the most evil people on the planet. These are the most evil people on the planet, and I'm not going to stop until every single one of them is either exposed or gets out of here. Because this is dangerous shit, dude. This guy's making his own drugs and bringing them to random people he just met online and giving them to them. And nobody had a clue. Nobody whoever's monitoring this Discord didn't think, maybe this is not a good idea. Hey, David, maybe you shouldn't solicit drugs in here. But it's Lady Babylon, so that's not going to happen. They're all about the drugs. The drugs are the greatest thing ever. It's salvation. So this guy says, I'm going to supply the purple. Someone's got to supply the purple. And he says, and just real quick, let me just show you. He actually, if you guys don't think he's just joking. No, he actually brings the purple. Watch this. Ready for this? This is him and Almond. This is him giving purple to Almond Hillman. There's him right there. There's Almond Hillman, and there's him giving him purple and putting it in some bag. He's literally it's in the shell still. He's giving it to Almond. So this idea that he's just I don't know who he is. He's an outsider. He fucking knows who it is, dude. He's meeting up with him and getting purple from him. There you go. There it is again. Look at shaking his hand, dude. Thank you, dude. Thank you, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, purple. Hell yeah. Hell the purple. I got faith in the purple. I'm going to make the purple myself. But don't ask what's in it. That's for sure. There's Snappy. And I got something to say about Snappy too. Snappy. Ooh, Snappy loves this shit. There he is right there. Him and Snappy. Good old pals. Good old pals. These are evil people, dude. There's whatever that's going on there. So this is people complaining that it got removed, I guess. Where is the okay, I'm going in a different direction. Okay, so let's go the other way. Okay, so now he says, I'm bringing it to the Junius show. This is right after, that's 5/8. This is 5/8, same day. I'm bringing it to the Junius show. Happy to share my purple with you that I made myself. It really does stain your fingers. Purple, it's so cool. Look at this. He's got purple fingers, right? He loves it. Almond loves the purple fingers. I've ingested small amounts. Soma Library has a right of my experience. Let's see. So he's talking about the purple, and he says, I'm referencing some purple. I brought some and gave it to Almond at New York City. So the idea that Almond's last night telling everyone, this is just some random guy, I don't know who he is. and he probably knows Neil. Neil's probably behind this. Nope. You fucking hung out with him, you fucking compulsive liar. Compulsive liar. I bet you didn't think I was going to have this, did you? I bet you didn't think I was going to find these screenshots, did you? Liar. So, what else happens? Okay. He says, do you think a lot of people are going to have an experience? Yes, I do. Me too. I'm excited for Chewie's movie. I just got back from a 24-hour blah, 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 blah. I'll be flying into Baltimore Tuesday. Do you think the majority of the congregation understands what's going on with the initiation? Now, look at this. He's planting the seeds. He's testing the waters because he knows he's about to drug somebody here. And you can see he keeps asking, do you think people are going to go out and have an experience? Do you think the majority of the congregation understands what I'm about to do? Are we on the same page here? That's kind of what he's doing here. And no one has a fucking clue. Look at this person. Probably not, me included. I have some clues. I guess it's just the anticipation of imminent death. What? I just want to survive. I just want to survive. So this guy now knows that there are girls in this group who are like willing to take drugs and go to near-death experiences with him. This guy's like, he thinks he has the green light now. He thinks he has the fucking green light right now. She said, I just want to survive. Laugh emoji. I guess the anticipation of death is imminent. Ready for this? I'll be recording it. Just recorded Serpent. Uploading to Google Drive. Chewy. Awesome. Thank you, David. 8 likes, 4 Chewy emojis, 5 hearts. Thank you, David. Oh, I thought you guys didn't know who this was. I thought it was just some random infiltrator. Oh, Chewy, did you forget? Did you forget that he recorded? He recorded it. Are you serious? These are compulsive liars. I'm going to the first 3. Listen to this. Is disgusting right here. This is disgusting right here. Look at this. I'm going to the first 3. Depending on how Bacchic those get, I might stay for the rest of them. Someone has to supply the purple. Ha 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 ha. I might do the first and the last. Do you think a lot of people? Oh, so this might be the same, a repeat. So here we go. Look at this. So the girl who said, I just hope I survive, probably not. I just hope I survive, right? He responds, I'll make sure you survive. Look at this creepy face, dude. Look at this creepy fucking tech bro face. Weird. I'll make sure you survive. Didn't understand until now. Initiation equals alpha and completion, omega. Hotels are very reasonable around there. Yeah, I got a Marriott for $60 a night. 2 queen beds. What are you're going by yourself and you're getting a 2 queen bed room? This guy was planning this shit out from day one. If you don't know that, if you're the monitor of this shit, you need to be fired immediately. You are or you're in on this, or you knew this was happening and you're in on this, which probably is true. Oh, by the way, isn't this the guy who monitors the Discord? Oh, there he is with the guy who did it. Buddy. Look at this. There's the guy who made a song about me and fucking tags me on social media all day and spams me and talks shit all day. And I don't even know who he is. Never did anything to him in my life. But he talks shit about me all fucking day for the last fucking 3 years. He doesn't leave me alone. He fucking spams me. He fucking tags me. He fucking makes music about me. Why? Because I haven't told him that I'm the brothel. So he's a fucking cult member with a cult brain. And look at him. He's hanging out with a fucking rapist. Wow. What do you know? What do you know? Look at these buddies. Ha. All right, so that's it. That was the oh, you know what? I have one more. This one. So we saw that picture of Snappy, right? Well, what's up with Snappy? What's going on? What's up with Snappy? Look at this. This is a comment from Mother Rhea, Snappy's ex. I don't know if it was his ex-girlfriend or ex-fiance. I'm not sure exactly. It was one of those two. broke up with him. Why? Hey, Buffy, turns out you were right about Darren, aka Snappy, aka drawing down the dragon. He is a groomer and a hellpile. What? Turns out you were right about Darren, aka Snappy, aka drawing down the dragon. He is a groomer and a pedo. Apparently, from what I've heard regarding this comment right here, is that she came home and Snappy was doing something with her prepubescent child. And she immediately broke up with him and is publicly calling him a pedo. And Snappy, and they all know this. The whole Discord knows this. And he's still a member. They still meet up with him publicly. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit because they know he's doing the mystery. This is what we all do. This is what we do. So why would they get mad at him for this? This is what they talk about. This is what Amen talks about. And I couldn't believe it when I was friends with Snappy. I was arguing with him over this shit, saying, Snappy, Amen's fucking burning purple shit is bunk. There's nothing besides Dioscorides. First of all, that's a medical text, has nothing to do with cults. And I said, two, there are nothing that says little kids get extracted. Their prepubescent children aren't being extracted for the rituals. That's not in any of the sources. There's like medical extractions and stuff like that. No one's talking about that. We're talking about you saying that in the mystery religions, they were extracting prepubescent ejaculation from prepubescent children, mixing it with purple so that they can be death-inducing and have salvation. And you know what Snappy said? I don't care because it has to be true. I believe it's true. I read between the lines, Snappy said. It has to be true. I know Amen's right. I have faith Amen's right. And the reason why I know Amen's right is because Zeus had his Ganymede. So we know that's the mystery. As if that's something people wanted to follow. Zeus and his Ganymede was looked at, frowned upon by the Greeks. It was not a cool story to follow. It was not a mystery religion thing. That's not part of the mysteries. Anyways, so that's Snappy. That's Snappy's involvement. Just while we're on the subject, just while we're on the subject of Ammonites getting popped, here's this Atria girl, Hail Satan, right? Yeah, she was pop abusing children too recently. Here's them in Youngstown, Ohio. There's the guy right there who everyone pretends they don't know, who pretends he's an outsider. There's Amen, right? And this is another one who's still in the group, one of the high ranking members who was popped for her children getting positive for cocaine. A 1-year-old was one of the 3 children. 3 children. So these are the worst people, dude. These are the worst people these are the worst people imaginable. All getting together. And they're all, and by the way, it's ironic that Medea in the mythology killed her children in one of the stories. And they're all like, I'm just like Medea. I'm just like Medea. I abuse my children too. Because Amen's like pushing this stuff. And if Jesus does it, that means I can do it. That's what's happening. That's what you're seeing with all this. Look at this stuff. Look at this shit right here. They're just blatantly disgusting. Look at this. Welcome to the cult. Hail Satan. This is just like gross. And it's like all these people are from like rich church families. Madalena has like a rich church family that like owns land and owns property in Africa. They're like one of those like missionary churches that have tons of old money from 1970s. Just collecting fucking interest in the bank. Maddie doesn't have to work. She can just be a little kid and just fucking watch Amen Hillman all day and pretend. And the occult is cool, dude. Hail Satan. Yeah, the occult. Hail Satan. It's cool. It's like They wear it like it's a photo shoot. That's all it is to them. None of these people are serious. It's all just narcissism breeding more narcissism. All right. Let's go to the transcript. If we go to the transcript, you can see Amen saying, there was a man there, a man who tried to use that mystery to grape and to sexually assault. He tried and he succeeded. And he did so, claiming that it was my will and that it was the will of the people of Lady Babylon. I wonder why. Are we all surprised? Is anyone surprised that he said it was the will of Lady Babylon? That this is what they practice? Hello? Is anyone surprised? He used that pretense and sexually assaulted one of us. And you know who that man is? This man is David, best friend of Jason Giorgiani. Where did that come from? Where did Giorgiani's name come from? Watch, he's out of his mind. You know what this should say? It should say best friends with Amen Hillman. Because he's way closer to you than he is with Jason Giorgiani. What, does he follow Jason on Twitter? Is that the connection him and Jason have? Jason, this is not fucking Jason's friend. Your friend. He's hanging out with you in New York City, not Jason Giorgiani. He's hanging out with you and giving you purple and bringing purple to you guys. And you talk to him on Discord all day, not Giorgiani. You. Watch out, they'll come after you. I don't give a. Grapist must pay. Oh, you mean like you? Should you pay? Do you think you paid enough when you sexually assaulted those students at St. Mary's? Do you think you paid enough for that? Because I don't think you did. I think the fact that you're making money now off of people online who pay for your bunk Greek classes that don't teach anything, and making all this money off these concerts and merch and shit like that and these meetups, I think you need to pay. I think not enough is and you. Anyways, all right. Look at this. Goddamn rapist telling us what to do, forcing us to live in poverty, forcing us to live a life of disease and want. Dude, you're not in poverty. You have Section 8 housing. Your rent is paid. Your light bill is paid. And you have all this extra money from your cult members, and you don't have to worry about jack shit but making YouTube videos that aren't even monetized because you don't have to make any money. You're like a little kid doing his little projects all day. No one's forcing you to live in poverty. You're the one that's $300,000 in debt and decided that the government can pay, the taxpayers will pay for me to live. You're the greedy one, charging people hundreds of dollars for Greek. That's bunk classes. Forcing us to die in plague. These grapists. You thought Lady Babylon was a game? Do you know where I changed my perspective? I changed my perspective with the woman who was sexually assaulted by this human filth. Oh, the human filth that you were hanging out with all day. I changed my mind when she wrote to me. And she wrote to me and said, one of the members. And I thought to myself, we have no members. We're not an organization. He calls it a congregation. He says, welcome, congregation. What do you mean you have no members? You're a congregation. You say it every single time you go live. And I sat and I looked around the airport, and suddenly it occurred to me. This is what I said. You son of a, that's how I address myself, right? Didn't put him up where I'm talking to myself. This is a scumbag. Oh, Grapus, get off there. Put me up. People, I was sitting there in the airport and I realized, what the F do you stand for? What do you stand for if you don't stand for justice? Do you remember when when that punk comedian said, look, it's all about him, dude. Listen, look at the narcissism. This girl, after they're all going home from this event, this girl who, by the way, she's going to be fucked up for life from this. Dude, this is going to fuck her up for life. Seriously, I know somebody right now who had some shit happen to her when she was younger, and she doesn't even get out of bed anymore. Like, it fucks people up. It makes you, there's a whole fucking PTSD from it. She doesn't even know yet. It hasn't even dawned. This person, who I'm not going to reveal, it hasn't even dawned on them yet. It's going to take a long time. It's going to slowly creep into the psyche, and it's going to be worse and worse and worse. This shit's not a joke, dude. And this is not a left wing or right wing fucking thing. Don't fuck with women, dude. That's it. It's that simple. If you're a real man, you don't fucking do shit to women, dude. You don't touch them. That's it. It's that simple. And it's just crazy how Ammon, when she calls him and tells him what happened, his first reaction is to think about Kurt Metzger, Neil. Oh, I hate these people. Remember what that comedian said? People who study Greek are pedos. The same punk comedian that went on to slander. What? That didn't happen. Enough is enough. These alt-right insurrectionist pieces of human. Enough. Look, it's blaming it on me, right? This woman asked me, something has to be done. What can be done? That she threw that out there. And I asked her, and I asked several people, what can be done? You can tell Satanic congregation that you can be reminded that we live in a world where people are targeting you specifically. Oh, really? Oh, really? You mean people influenced by you are targeting his people specifically? Not influenced by me. You know it's never happened ever? No one has ever accused me of essaying them before. Derek Lambert never ever got accused of essaying anyone before. Your entire life is nothing but SA accusations following you around everywhere you go. How is that a thing? How are you chosen by the muse if this is what's happening to you your whole fucking life? It sounds like the opposite is true. It sounds like something doesn't like you out there. If anything, the muse is after you and condemning your fucked up ass. And they're trying to use my name to do it. They belong to the Bravo. That says Bravo. That's a typo from Twitter or from Google. They belong to the brothel, he says. I remember I told you how he blamed me. I'm not kidding. Sorry for that. He says they belong to the brothel. That's talking about me and Derek. He's saying that me and Derek are to blame for what happened at his show from one of his cult members who's a fucking burning purple enthusiast who talks about, I'm going to do death and resurrection. I'm going to take the burning purple. And he's blaming it on the brothel. Me. Look at this. They have been here the whole time. They have infiltrated us the whole time. They belong to a consortium that deals out Israel tourism and propaganda. Yeah, that's me, right? It's talking about me. They are the brothel of insurrectionists. That's me he's talking about. Remember that. He keeps calling me an insurrectionist. Go to my Twitter. Go to search Gnostic Informant, type in the word Trump. In fact, let's just do that real quick. Let me just do that myself real quick. Because people need to see this. You think I'm a pro-Israel MAGA guy because I was there on the day and I was outside when everyone was rushing? Watch this. And I've talked about this. It's part of my story. It's part of my story of coming to who I am. Nobody discovered this. Nobody dug this up. You got it from my fucking lips, you scumbag. But you never told anybody that you sexually assaulted your students at St. Mary's. You told them that you were under investigation by the Catholic Church, and it was all a big conspiracy, and you're just an innocent, perfect prophet who can levitate and shit. Look at this. Gnostic Informant, Trump. Look what comes up. The more I read about Nero, the more he just looks like the Trump of the ancient world, both completely detached from reality. The dude built a giant golden house, completely overlaid with golden gems. You get the point, right? Does that sound pro-Trump to you? Since Trump got elected, he gives his doofus minions Epstein files, which turned out to be completely blacked out and redacted at nearly every page. He knew these dumb shits like DC Drano, and that's a right-wing commentator, by the way, and Post Sabat, whatever the fuck the guy's name is, would be a shill. And they did. People wanted the full report and demanded to release them. Trump then claims there is no Epstein files, and the whole situation was all nothing. It's all a hoax. Look at me. Am I pro? Am I a MAGA? Am I a MAGA Zionist? Am I a MAGA Zionist? So I guess Yang was right. Iran won the war. Trump surrendered and has agreed to pay hundreds of billions in damage that was done to Iran. This is me a month ago. U.S. taxpayers will foot the bill, not Israel. Wow. Look at me. I'm such a MAGA Zionist talking about Israel not having to pay for our bills, for their own bills, because this is their war, right? Yeah, I'm such a MAGA Zionist. Like, all they have on me is lies. All they have on me is lies. That's it. They can just lie about me. That's it. That's all they do. So now you know he's a liar. I'm not a MAGA insurrectionist Zionist. I don't work for Israel. I do the exact opposite. Back to the transcript now. They are the brothel of insurrectionists. It is my sincere hope and desire that this woman who was attacked, the member of a satanic, he just says it again. Look at this. 2 seconds ago, he says, we're not a group. We're not an organization. We don't have any members. We don't have any members. 2 seconds later, a woman who was attacked, that is a member of satanic congregation. We don't have any members. He can literally lie to you. And then 2 seconds later, you can catch him on a lie. Yeah, that's how bad of a liar he is. It's insane. I've never seen anything crazier in my entire life. Look at this. It is my hope that she will pursue justice to the nth degree. I hope so too. And I am ready, willing, and able to testify, tell them what this piece of is doing. This is Lady Babylon. Do you think we were here? Put them up with Jesus. And he puts up a picture of the guy who did perform the essay with Jesus on a cross. Dude, this is your doing. Why don't you put yourself on the cross? Why don't you put yourself on the cross, dude? Because look at this. Look at this. Who's that? Who's this right here? Who's this infiltrator that met up in New York City? That you met up with in New York City, who gave you the purple? And you shook his hand, looked him in the eye. Who's the guy? Who is this guy, dude? No, it's Neil. It's Neil's people. It's an insurrectionist guy. He's from the brothel. It's not nothing to do with me. Right? Should I remind you guys? Should we go back? Should we go back to this guy's Twitter one more time just to give her a little refresher on what this guy is and what he talks about? Well, I know for sure that Maddie's been bringing him around. Dr. Amin Hillman. That's over a year ago. Over a year ago, he's playing your video.
What is the mystery initiation? How? What's the process? Okay, don't get queasy. But this is a practice that involves the use of communion. This is a practice that involves somebody's body producing a substance through the flesh that you and I can use. That substance will bring us to death and back to life. We go into the pit and we come out, and what do they call us when we come out in late Bronze Age? They say we're born again. That experience causes you to be kicked out of the time stream.
By the way, can you guys hear this at all? I just realized someone said turn it up. I didn't even see that message until I did actually. I thought it said something else. You guys can hear that, right? You guys can hear it? This guy goes, so he's guilty by association? Dude, he's literally telling them how to do the purple mystery rite. He's literally telling them that when you do the purple mystery rite, guess what happens? You can. Oh, I forgot to play one more. Thanks for reminding me, dude. Thank you for reminding me. I forgot to play a really important clip. Amen tells you what you can do when you take the burning purple in an interview. He talked about it right here. Let's play the clip.
Long story short, there are reports of me flying through the air and dematerializing and entering into the dorm room of one of the actors who's in the play, right?
Okay,
Of Medea,
okay.
the entire play of Medea, right? Who is that savior that is the Galene of Jesus, right? She's the first Christ. So anyway, I'm told the incubus will, that'll be at my.
So you're told that an incubus is essentially going to help you on some kind of mission, and then 15 years roughly down the track, you come across an incantation that is essentially summoning an
Right, a
incubus.
summoning. I perform the incantation, and then the next morning a student calls me. And students don't call instructors unless something is serious, unless they're going to be gone from an exam or something like that. They don't. At a small liberal arts college, you still maintain a distance between your students and you. And she called me, one of the actresses in the play, the Medea that we were doing, Seneca's Medea, and said that her roommate woke up and saw me fly through the door that night that I was doing the incantation.
So one of these students he's telling, this is what he's saying to this person, that the students are all claiming that Amen was doing miracles, flying around, levitating, materializing, coming through doors. None of this is in any of the transcripts from that was on the Under Oath. None of this. This is all made up by Amen. What actually happened is should I bring that up again? Let me see if I can find it. Here, let me keep playing this.
She said she saw me materialize through the door, hover over her and hover over the person I'm talking to, and then paralyze. I reached out my hand and paralyzed her.
Hear that?
So that she couldn't get up and disturb the rite of the incubus.
She couldn't resist. He's literally talking about graping somebody. He's literally talking about graping somebody against their will. Listen to this.
She couldn't get up and disturb the rite of the incubus, right? The purpose of the rite, again, back to the vineyard of Jezebel, the purpose of the rite is to protect that song. So what am I doing? I'm hovering over the student who played young Medea, and I am placing within her that seed of fire.
Wow.
It's the power of the incubus.
Wow.
And it was developed by Medea.
What?
So
what?
That is something that I would say is a phenomenon that I can only explain by saying the physics are invisible, and it's inexplicable, it's ineffable. We can't talk about it. But the roommate of the student that I hovered over mystically, that roommate suffered from Bacchic radiation and went completely nuts and had to be removed from campus.
Oh, wow. Is that what happened?
So
they had signs of radiation exposure, like being exposed to radiation.
No, something I call Bacchic radiation.
What is that?
After
it's made up. That's not a thing. There's nothing called Bacchic radiation anywhere. He just made that up.
This student told the her roommate what had happened, that what she had seen in the night, and I had paralyzed her, and et cetera, et cetera. She had to go to the
He's bragging about paralyzing a young, probably 20-year-old student at a school as he's their professor. He's bragging about paralyzing her in her sleep and doing something to her against her will.
psychiatrist on campus, the mental health
He said,
people,
I'm putting that seed of fire in her, and she couldn't fight back, he said.
who removed her from the campus because of things that she was saying
Mhm.
that were clearly delusional.
Oh, really?
So you have no
Right.
memory of this, though. You have no memory.
So this is what actually was said. This is what actually was said these are actual statements under oath. This has nothing to do with the Catholic Church, by the way. So anybody's watching this and this is just the Catholic Church lying. This is not the Catholic Church. This is the state of I think New Mexico, or what is it? What state? This is a state case. This is not the Catholic Church that's doing this. This is a secular court that St. Mary's is done with this. This is something totally different now. This is Amen trying to fight for defamation, and he loses. And this is what they say under oath. This is what the students said, that Hillman SA'd them. SA'd them. This is just, well, it's just a coincidence that he SA'd students, and then somebody in his congregation SA'd one of his other congregation members. Wow. Shocker, right? Are you guys blown away by that one? Regardless of it says Hillman did sexually harass. Hillman did sexually harass students and commit misconduct. Hillman admitted, this is what a secular court wrote. Hillman admitted in writing that he stalked a St. Mary's student, scaring her. Hillman admitted in writing and during an investigative interview that he twice went into a student's dorm room. Did you hear how he told the story? This fucking insane compulsive liar, how he told the story versus what the actual reports, the evidence says. He went into her dorm room and sexually assaulted her. That's what actually happened. Hillman sent emails to a St. Mary's student asking about sexual lingerie. There is simply no credible basis for Hillman to now claim that he did not commit misconduct and did not sexually harass students. Therefore, truth is a complete defense to Hillman's claims against St. Mary's. He said that if his calculations were correct, this is the name of the girl who was assaulted, NA would be the most sexually driven person on stage for opening. And he's talking about the girl that he just mentioned in that dumb guy's interview who couldn't put two and two together. This is insane. Hillman asked if she knew how beautiful she was, a student of his. Another time Hillman asked if she was seeing anyone, and that she admitted that she was talking to a guy. Hillman asked, how dare anyone touch you? Who would dare to intervene on the space that I have set aside for me? She remembers this word for word because it was the same time he tried to talk to the Muse through her. Yeah, that's what the Muse does, right? The Muse sexually assaults people in her name. Oh, yeah, that's what it does. Wow. So it says right here, Hillman was asked for his responses to multiple incidents of harassment, including both above incidents. Hillman denied the allegations, though he admitted to going in the dorm room only twice. I only went in her dorm room twice. I'm her teacher, and I only went in her dorm room twice. God damn, this is a quote from Amen. God damn, you were trying to make me fall in love with you. Then telling her that he knew she was not a whore. And another play rehearsal in October, Hillman asked cast members to whip him with a riding crop. Hillman also had to come to her dorm room multiple times over autumn break in October. SS informed Waverly that all of these things did not make SS feel safe because Hillman worked in maintenance and had access to her building and knew where she lived. Other students that were uncomfortable, including SL, DM, WR, and NA. These are students that are like, were creeped out by this guy. Look at this person. Didn't go to trial. Oh, wow. That makes it all better, doesn't it? Oh, yeah, this is great. He's innocent, right? Holy shit, dude. Holy shit, dude. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. The delusion. It's crazy. It's crazy. Why would there be a trial for this? He got fired. He tried to fight the firing for defamation, and he lost. And all these people went on oath and told the story. This is what actually happened versus, oh, Ryan, do you think he was levitating and going through walls and predicting the future? Do you think that's what the real story is? And the court's making all this up? And they're all just the Catholic Church, just a big conspiracy? Holy shit, dude. Holy shit, dude. Dude, are you reading the fucking report? Are you reading the motion? Are you reading it? You need help. You need fucking help, dude. You need fucking help. Something is wrong with your brain, dude. Holy shit, this is insane. The delusion is insane, dude. Oh, it didn't go to trial, so who cares what those girls said? Who cares that they all claimed that he was sexually assaulting them? Who cares? Didn't go to trial, dude. Big deal. There's no trial. So why should I care? Why? Oh, some girl said something? Who cares? She's probably lying, right? She probably made it up. The Catholic Church probably made them lie, right? Is that what you think, Ryan? The Catholic Church made them lie about Amen because they're so scared of him levitating and materializing and going through walls? That's what you think actually happened, you fucking idiot. So this other girl, SL, said that Hillman told her that he would be watching her. She literally ran away. And there's a quote. This is a quote from Amen. She literally ran away and suddenly I was alive. That's a quote from Amen. In her deposition, Myers conceded that Hillman's conduct with SL was stalking. Oh, didn't go to trial though. So SL is just takes the L, right? SL just takes the L because it didn't go to trial. Didn't go to trial, guys. Where's that quote? Where's that stupid idiot in my chat? I want to put it back up. It's emotion, Neil. It's emotion, Neil. Where is it? It didn't go to trial. So SL, if you're watching this, SL, it doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter if you say he stalked you because you didn't bring it to trial. You should have brought it to trial. Both under St. Mary's policy and under any classic definition of stalking. Any classic definition of stalking. Hillman conceded. Are you reading this, Ryan? Hillman conceded that he told students involved with the play to whip him on several occasions. Hillman did not limit his sexual or otherwise inappropriate interactions with students to just females. In September, he exchanged a series of emails with a male student named CD, asking him, if you were like a feel of the ladies at Silky Negligee, would you prefer a garter or a choker? Oh God. Oh God. When the student said he would prefer the choker, Hillman said leather with studs or frilly domestic lace. Oh God. Eventually, Hillman told the student, let me see you in your finest lace. By the way, we've seen him do this with Snappy and with Chthonius. The student said that he was taking Amen Hillman literally. In another email, Hillman told her to tell the rabbit that she is next. It's time to feed. I'm the wolf and you're the rabbit, and it's time to feed. A few days later, Amen Hillman emailed Myers that he ran into the rabbit and was transfixed by her. This is totally normal. Totally normal for a teacher for their students, right? He said that he made SL sing for him, but he says that he should not have done that because she reached inside of him and took a hold of his little piece of his soul, of her voice. All right. The reason why I'm showing you that is because people are wondering, is he guilty by association? He's not guilty for the act. But if you're going to blame the brothel for infiltrating this, let's look at what really happened. Who really inspired this guy to go and date rape somebody with purple drugs? Who really thinks that this is all necessary? He literally, and Amen literally admitted he did it in his name.
I have, what do you mean? I have total, complete memory of this. I don't understand.
No. Oh, you have no memory of floating over them and being like, do you remember that? Or is this just based on what one
remember
of
I said the images that you're producing during the incantation, right? Those are the images that I introduced flying in. I envisioned the flight of the incubus. I envisioned the specific room with the specific person. I envisioned.
So he's literally saying that he envisioned doing this, that he was going to fly and teleport and travel through walls, no clip basically, into this this little 20-year-old student girl's room as he's like 50. And he's going to, this is what he says. I envision going to her room. You just heard him say that.
Specific room with the specific person. I envisioned stopping the resistance.
I envisioned stopping the resistance. She's resisting him. I envisioned graping her, dude. Like, what the fuck else do you guys need? Holy shit, dude. Am I in the Twilight Zone right now? Like, what? All these fucking people, LH, Snappy, Maddie, Tiger Shark, Chase. What is wrong with you guys? What else do you need? What else do you need, dude? To realize this is fucking crazy. This is all crazy. This is insane, dude. Listen to what he just said.
That's why when this student called me and said my crazy envisioned stopping the resistance.
What?
I envisioned the flight of the incubus. I envisioned the specific room with the specific person. I envisioned stopping the resistance. Definitely. That's why when this student called me and said my crazy roommate's saying some crazy shit about what happened last night, you have to understand exactly what state I was in. Complete and total scientific exaltation, because whatever I did was able to transmit to them. Whatever I did. And all I did was follow the instructions that were provided in an ancient language that I was told I would be using. Right? So I don't know. What's that say about time and space and stuff? I don't know. It's again, none of this is.
That's insane. I just got a clip sent to me by somebody. Let's take a look at it. Someone said that you need to check this out. So let's take a look. I don't know what this is yet, but I guess it's relevant.
What these drugs did to the body. And he saw what was coming. And to be quite honest with you, I hate to give him any credit.
Oh.
But when he says it's tough, to enter into these rites with the naked kid, I kind of had a little bit of sympathy for him, just a little bit.
What? What is going on?
What these drugs did to the body. And he saw what was coming. And to be quite honest with you, I hate to give him any credit. But when he says it's tough, to enter into these rites with the naked kid, I kind of had a little bit of sympathy for him, just a little bit.
Wow. Yeah, this is him. He's projecting his own fantasies onto Jesus. And then he's pretending that he's condemning him for it. That Jesus was bad and you shouldn't do it. But it's literally just him fantasizing about all this. It's his own fantasy. That's what we're seeing. It's a fantasy. So this is somebody wrote the greetings, Amen. Are we able to access the realm of Medea through natural resources of today? Not so much as the desirous in interactions, but with others, but more along the lines of seeing beyond this timeline. If the text worked, it stands to reason. This is Amen responding. It would work now. Too bad we have no cup. All bets are off without a cup. You know what the cup is, right? The boy. He says this all. If you don't, if any fucking Ammonite watching this, you know what the cup fucking is, idiots. Don't act like you don't. He's saying too bad we don't have a boy. That's literally Amen saying, too bad we don't have a cup. All bets are off without a cup. He literally talks about on his channel that the cup is the boy. The boy is the cup. He says this all the time. He said, is this cup like Noah's Ark, or are you talking about the cup that holds the Theriac? Someone wrote, the cup is the virgin who manufactures the antidote within her body. 7 upvotes. 7 upvotes by the Ammonites. By the way, 13 upvotes for Ammon saying, too bad we have no cup. 13 Ammonites said, fuck yeah, I wish we had a cup. I wish we had a boy. I wish we had that boy. Yeah, give me that boy. Urgh. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Don't you love it? Do you see it? You see it? Do you see it now? Do you see it now? And look at this. Look at this. Look at the last, what's it called? Look at the last, some, look at -2. They're like, oh, boo this person for asking such a stupid question. What a stupid question. They didn't know what it was. What do you mean by cup? Noah's Ark? Are you talking about the cup that holds the Theriac? What do you mean cup? The cup is the virgin, because this person's a trained Ammonite. They know what it is. They know what the cup is. They watched Amon Hillman. They listened to Amon Hillman. They've heard him say it over and over and over and over again. The cup is the virgin, the prepubescent virgin. The prepubescent virgin. It can be male or female, by the way. That's why it says her. It's got to be a prepubescent virgin. And they said it 7 upvotes. So they got fucking checks out. And there could have been, this is the overall. There could have been people downvoting this because they think it's disgusting. The overall is 7 people upvoted it. Overall. So that could be 100, it could be 50 for all we know. It could be 40 dislikes. You know what I mean? Whatever. The cup is the virgin who manufactures the antidote within her body. What else do you need? Why do you think he's attracting the worst people? The people who abuse children, who got arrested for abusing children, people who, the worst, like the literal scumbags are attracted to this person. Why do you think so? Why do you think that is? Why do you think the person who just got caught SAing somebody for the last 2 years on their social media accounts was just promoting Amen, making money off Amen, selling tickets to Amen shows, $20? There was no greed there, huh? Where's the greed stains your soul? Charging $20 tickets to see Amen. Where was all the greed stains your soul for that one? That one's okay. No, it's okay if Amen makes money. He has to. No, Amen has needs. Amen needs to make money. But you don't have to make money. You can't make money. Even though I don't have to make money because my parents are rich and I can just live, just do whatever I want all day and have no like responsibility. Fucking sick, dude. Sick. These are sick people. So now that you know that, let's go back to the transcript. We're going to finish the transcript, and then we're going to finish the last hour with a couple of videos from these Ammonites. I want to show you. They're all trained to be liars. Maddie, Snappy, Tiger Shark, LH, all of them. They're all just trained to just lie about shit. Because it doesn't matter. It's all about it's a religion at this point. They have faith in the burning purple, and they're going to look for. LH even said this. LH said, I was getting ready to debate Neil, and I couldn't find any sources. I was so mad. I couldn't find any sources, admitting he didn't have anything. And then I just Googled it, and I found one. The Muse gave it to me. I Googled it, and it was like a source that mentioned a medical practice that no one disagrees with. They're liars. They just lie. Okay. So he admits it here. This is what's so crazy. There is a man who tried to use that mystery to sexually assault. He succeeded. And he did so, claiming that it was my will and that it was the will of the people of Lady Babylon and that this is what they practice. Can I make this bigger? This is what they practice. Literally. And this is, how are you surprised that he thought this? Are you surprised that he thought this? Is anyone surprised he thought this? Seriously. Like, wake up. So look at what he does. He blames it on the brothel, even though it should be blamed on himself for setting up such a dangerous Discord and a dangerous meet and greet shit, or whatever this tour was. The most dangerous. It was set to fail from the beginning. These people are fucking dangerous, dude. And they didn't check anybody. They just let everyone, oh, you're bringing purple drugs? Awesome. I'll take some of that. Give it to the girl that you just met and bring her to your room. See what happens. So they're blaming everyone but themselves. Blaming everyone but themselves for this. Giorgiani did it. Gnostic informant did it. The brothel did it. Israel did it. Everyone but themselves, dude. Everyone. Look at this. Where is it? They belong to the brothel. It says brothel, but it's a typo. They belong to the brothel. They have been here. They've been here the whole time. They have infiltrated us the whole time. Yeah, that's right. That's right. David Cooper. He's such a brothel infiltrator that he's such a good infiltrator, right? He's such a good infiltrator that the whole time he's been promoting you, selling your tickets, your $20 tickets. He's just waiting to go grape somebody just so he can get you. He's literally promoting your videos that talk about using the purple. He's like, do we have to watch this a third time? Look at this. Just we'll play 10 seconds of this.
Okay, don't get queasy. But this is a practice that involves the use of communion. This is a practice that involves somebody's body producing a substance through the flesh that you and I can use.
Wow.
That
He literally. Oh, I didn't mean to click off. What? Look at this guy's entire online presence. He's in the Discord. All of you guys are all friends with him. All the photos of you guys with him. Your eyes all know who this is. And he's from the brothel. He's from the brothel. Look at this. Promoting Amen for years. Pictures of him he met up with Amen in New York City. But he's an infiltrator from the brothel. That's how far Amen will try to go to point at someone else for this. And you could have just kept my name out of your mouth and dealt with this yourself, and I probably wouldn't be doing this live tonight. But you blamed it on me. You fucking liar. I don't, it's mind-blowing how stupid Amen is, thinking this was a smart idea. They have been here the whole time. They have infiltrated us the whole time. They belong to a consortium that deals out Israel tourism and propaganda. They are the brothel of insurrectionists. And now we are not playing a game. It's my sincere hope and desire that this woman was attacked, that the woman who was violated, a member of satanic congregation, after saying there's no members. So let's keep going. Just a couple more. You lying stick of butter. Look, he's talking about me. He's blaming me for this. Do you understand? If they're true, not slander, right? Oh God, people, do you know that I know they're true because he used my name. because he used my name. He's admitting that this is all, he's literally the one who inspired him to do this. You inspired him to do this. You're the one who set this all up. The whole Discord, all the evidence was there. He knew, he was planning this out from months ago. She's telling the truth because he attempted to deceive her. It's always the liars, always scumbag liars. That's an ironic thing for Amon to say. People who sit and say they're one thing. I'm a classics person. No, you're not, you lying stick butter. Never said I was a classicist, by the way. Never said that. Someone, he's responding to in one video, Giorgiani says, well, I know since you're a classicist, and what am I going to do? Cut him off and go, I'm not a classicist, actually. I'm not a PhD. Whatever. He just said that. He's just being nice. I never said that. And I never once said, my name is just like a classicist. Nope. Never came out of my mouth once. So you're a liar. That's the interesting stuff about this. You're calling me a liar while you're literally lying. That's the richest thing ever. Go ahead. All you Ammonites watching this, go and find a clip of me calling myself a classicist. Go and find it. I dare you. I'll fucking apologize because it's not there. And I'm never, ever, ever going to endorse or be interested and push anything sexual. What? Anything. Why? Because you're my students and there's a sacred bond. And wait, whoa. Was there a sacred bond with all the girls that accused you? Was there a sacred bond? When was there a sacred bond with what's the name here? It's not a name. When you stalked the St. Mary's, was there a sacred bond there? Was there a sacred bond with NA? Whoever NA is? I hope you're doing good, NA. Was there a sacred bond with SL or SS? Huh? Was there a sacred bond for DM or WR? There's like 6 people in here, dude, that accused him of shit. So it wasn't just one person that could have maybe fabricated it. There's 6 fucking students here. This doesn't happen. This is not normal. So was there a sacred bond with SL when you told her it's time to feed? Was there a sacred bond when you asked the one student if you wanted to wear lingerie? CD? That's 7. Was there a sacred bond there, Amen? Nope. No sacred bond there. Only when you get caught, only when someone else gets caught, you start bringing up sacred bonds and shit. And the minute my hoo-ha comes out, what? Why would you ever say this? The minute my hoo-ha comes out, the minute we lose that sacred bond. And you know what? We're not here for that. Oh, yeah. Look how great of a teacher he is, everyone. Here, take my $40 an hour. Take my $50 an hour. Take it. Don't teach me anything, but take it anyway. And this same individual, David Hopper, who graped somebody in my name, claiming it was my authority, my will for this to happen. I can't believe he admitted this. I'm shocked. Like, he needs a better PR, dude. The fact that Amen would go, he's so lucky that his video got taken down. That saves him. Because if there's thousands of people probably didn't see it yet because it was just out. It was only a few hundred, maybe 1,000 views total. But if you think about it, this is the best thing that ever happened to Amen was this video getting taken down. Because if he keeps repeating this, that this person graped somebody in my name, saying it was my authority, that was my will for this to happen. Yeah, exactly. You inspired them, dude. They think that they're doing the ritual. They're like, am I doing it right? Oh, and then when you guys all turn on him, he's probably like, wait a minute, I thought we were all here for this. I bet you any amount of money, this guy's lawyered up, and he's going to start, his case is going to be, I thought we were all doing this shit. I thought we were all on the same page. I guarantee you that's what that's what Hooper's going to say. I'm not saying that he's exonerated. Don't get it twisted. This fucking dude's guilty, dude. He should go to jail for this for a long time. But I guarantee you that's what he's going to try to say. He's going to try to say, I was just going along with what the vibes were like. They all wanted my purple. And I thought we were all doing this. I thought it was supposed to be this. That's what he's going to do. He literally told this girl that it was Amen's authority. So this guy, you can tell he's kind of intelligent, by the way, when you watch those clips of him. And I can see him manipulating this girl. I think the girl went, I don't know how, whatever. I'm not going to say anything about her. But I think she was taken advantage of. And I think this guy knew because she's an Almond fan. And she's obviously like kind of culty, right? She's obviously in this group. Something's not all there. And I'm guessing that this is my guess. He took advantage of her saying, Amon wants us to do this, hoping that she would believe him because she's following Amon and taking orders from Amon. And she probably thought, well, this is a high-level Ammonite. He's the one bringing the purple. He met up with him in New York City. Maybe this is probably what he thought she was going to think, that we're going to go along with it. And as long as I tell her Amon told us to do this, she's going to go along with it. And then she did. She did go. So it works. And again, this is my guess. I'm not saying I have evidence for this. This is my guess. And then he sexually assaults her successfully. And the next day, because Almond says when I was in the airport, she texted me. It was the next day, and she realized this fucking guy took advantage of me. I didn't even want to do any of that stuff. And I was all fucked up on this purple drug. And now I feel like shit. And now I'm like sore and I'm confused. This is fucked up. This is disgusting. And he said it. He did it in Amon's name. This is fucked up, dude. This is really fucked up. Like I'm not happy that I was right about this at all. I'm very upset about this actually. People, these sons, these must be stopped. This is why satanic congregation exists, to stop people like this. You literally created him, dude. You created him. And it's people around us. It's people around us. Well, you're right about that. That was true. So then he plays the video. I saw that video last night. It sounded horrible too. God damn, you need a better sound guy. That video is horrible. It was so cringy too. Oh, I was cringing so hard at this guy's face. Oh my God. Don't even just stop, boomer. Holy shit. Somebody get your dad. Oh my God. I feel bad for that guy's son watching that garbage. And it's not even an original song. You just took Damian Marley's song and put some lyrics over it. At least make a real song. The music doesn't inspire that. For those of you our lawyers out there who are getting in touch with me saying, look, you have multiple cases of defamation, right? So this is what's interesting about this clip of this part right here in this video. As he's talking about this girl, a victim, he has to change the subject to talk about himself, of course. It's about, I'm being defamed. I have lawyers that are telling me that I have a case, multiple cases of defamation against Kurt Metzger, against Richard Carrier, against all these people, against Myth Vision. Myth Vision. Derek hasn't talked about this dude in like a year. And when he did, he interviewed a scholar to ask them what he thinks about Amon's interpretation of Mark 14. And they said he's wrong, obviously. That's not defamation, dude. When people tell the truth about you. And by the way, you're just mad because you were emailing him with creepy sexual shit and he didn't like it. You fucking weirdo. That was it's literally what happened, dude. Let me see if I can find that actually. So, yeah, I can find that right now, actually. It's funny. He puts Myth Vision in here. I don't know why. That was weird. His brain is not right. Something's wrong with this guy. Has something wrong with him. Like he's scatterbrained. There's something seriously wrong with him. Look at this. This is Amon Hillman emailing Derek in 2023, way before the Danny Jones thing. Derek, you showed my teenage daughter your nipples. It's at 27. Neil's podcast. My commendations. Oh, God. I must confess they were impressive. Thank you for including the dragon in the war. You were right about Greek influence. You will be an outcast pioneer, voicing the reality of your findings. I admire your courage and your nipples. And now he pretends that Derek's the brothel because Derek didn't like him. I'm watching your video on Abraham, and this is another email from a different time, a month later. How impressed I am with your work. Greek antecedents, MLS. Oh, God, what a great source. The Dia, Argonauts. Oh, my God, man. Nausicaa, gorgeous. Love your work. Amen. Oh, he didn't. Oh, he got creeped out by you. Oh, he's the brothel then. I guess we're going to have to make him dressed in shit and on AI videos. I guess we're going to have to make fake images of Derek all day. Against these people, you got multiple cases, I've been told by these lawyers. These people are endangering you. Oh, wow, really? We're endangering you. Just like how you're endangering the congregation when you set them up and leave them alone with fucking actual rapists. Are you kidding me? These people are now graping us. Now look at, he's literally blaming me, Derek, Kurt Metzger, Richard Carrier for some reason for what happened at his event from one of his own cult members who he met up with, who's been promoting him for 2 years. But we did it. It's our fault. Everyone but me. Do you know what you are, Lady Babylon? You're those who stand against the dark, and they're associated with all these scholars of the Bible. Oh my God. Oh my God. So, oh my God, we know Bible scholars? Oh no. Oh no, it's so bad. What a bad thing to do. What a bad thing to do to be friends with people who are scholars. Oh my God. Did you know that, Ellen? What's her name? Pagels? What's her name? Elaine Pagels. You know that these people are associated with them? Oh my God. Did you know that Derek interviewed Elaine Pagels? Oh my God. Oh my God, the brothel. They're the brothel. Oh my God. So he says, this is the nature of the mystery. The mystery for this woman is not her assault. Wait, what? He literally started to say, you can see him catch himself. This is why I wish I had the clip here, because this part was so weird. He said, this is the nature of the mystery. Talking about what happened. And then as soon as that came out of his mouth, you can see it. The mystery for this woman is not her assault, though. The mystery is her purgation, and she will be a model for the rest of us. So this is all part of the mystery, guys. That's what he said. By the way, and I was watching this last night, because I usually don't watch Amen, but I was getting tons of people were like, you gotta fucking watch this. He's talking about you, blaming you for this. So I'm watching it. And then actually, while I was watching it, it got cut off. I was pissed. So when I saw this part, and there were people in the chat, the same crazy nuts, the Yachts, whatever his name, Yaotsel, whatever, the crazy guy with the crazy eyes who's like tweaking out about Hebrew not existing, or how the Theriac is the beast in Revelation, even though it literally describes him as a leopard. Anyways, that person was like, I'm being healed. I'm being healed by this video with this crap. They were loving it. Snappy is like, oh my God, this is so great. Like, what is great about this? What I wish the video was still up so I can show you the comments. I was like, what? This is great? You're enjoying this? This is a good video for you? It's my honor to be able to bring you the voice of the muse in the world that we live, where we have to watch, where we have to be vigilant. We have to keep child rapists from taking advantage of us. You produce them. You promote the burning purple ritual that literally says that you have to take a child and extract drugs from them. What are you talking about? That's it. That's what he does. That's what he says. So that's basically what he says. And I'm just trying to think here. What do I want to do next? Before I pull up the videos, and it's just crazy how he blamed me for this. That's crazy. He literally blamed me for this. Like, I don't know how. That's insane, right? Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to the Discord. First, I want to show the Discord again. Now that you know what he said, he blames me, right? He's blaming me and Derek and Kurt Metzger for something we have nothing. We don't even know. I didn't even know who this guy was until yesterday. No idea who this guy was until yesterday. There's them meeting up. He's giving Amen the purple. They're friends. He knows him. He's not a congregation. He's not from me. He's not from Derek. He's not inspired by me. He's not inspired by Derek. He's inspired by these guys. These fucking creeps, by the way. Oh my God, disgusting. Creeps. Ugh. Blech. Creeps, weirdos. Dredges of society. The lowest outcast. Ugh. Scum on your shoe type people. And they vote. I wish they didn't. It makes me, these people make me hate democracy. That's how bad it is. I have to like catch myself and go, stop. Don't think like that. But I do. It's just true. They're snappy. They're snappy looking. Look at them. They're looking right in each other's eyes. Look at that. Oh, snappy. Oh, let's go find a kid that we can extract some drugs from. Yeah, we have to. It's part of the mystery. We got to do it. And let's just see here. He said, I'll make sure you survive. I got 2. Look at this. Nobody saw it coming. Are you serious? I got a Marriott, 60 nights of bed, 2 beds. And nobody thought, hey, guy, hey, dude, don't do that here. We're not here to solicit your sex and your drugs. Nobody cared. I'm excited for Chewy's movie. I'll be flying in Baltimore Tuesday. Do you think the majority of the congregation understands? What kind of question is that? Do you think imagine you and I are meeting up. Let's analyze this for a second. I don't think people realize the severity of this message right here. Let's break this down, right? Some of you might think, well, so what's the big deal about this? I'm going to tell you. Imagine if you and I were going to meet up at a football game or a concert or something, and we're going to have a meetup. Which, by the way, in October I will be going to a debate where people will be able to come and meet me. But you'll never hear me say when that comes around, you're never going to see me post anything. I just want to make sure you guys understand what's going to happen when we all meet up, right? Are you guys understanding what's going to happen when we all meet up, right? The initiation. Is everyone clear on this initiation, guys? Are you guys all clear on this? Imagine that. That's fucking weird. You should never have to say that. You just go and meet up with them and have a good time. But this guy is literally planting seeds. He's literally planting seeds and testing the waters, asking the group, the congregation, do you think the majority of, by the way, he's using the same terminology. This is not an outsider. This is an in-depth member. Do you guys think the majority of the congregation understands what's going on with the initiation? Whoever the fuck is in charge of watching these people should have been like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean, dude? What are you talking about? Are you all right? Like, what's up, dude? What are you talking about? This is a dangerous Discord right here. I'm going to the first 3. Let's look at this scumbag. Depending on how Bacchic those get, I might stay for the rest of them. Someone has to supply the purple. Ha 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 ha. 3 likes and 3 thumbs up. So they're all there. This guy's in the Discord telling everybody days before or a week before, whatever this is, that he's going to go to the first 3 concerts. He's traveling on tour with Amen. He's the one who fucking filmed it. And Chewy knows this. And he said, if it's Bacchic enough for me, but you know what that means? Orgiastic enough for me, I'm going to go to the 4th one. I'll go to more, which I think he ended up doing, by the way. I think he went to all of them, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was there all the way to the last one because this happened on the last fucking day. So he went to every single one, my understanding is. And it was Bacchic. He was getting his fucking thing on. I literally feel like a goose, but I'm fully pumped now. Do you think a lot of people are going to have an experience? He's wondering who's coming here to get it on, right? Who's serious like I am. This is a real fucking Ammonite right here. This guy David, this is a real fucking Ammonite right here. He wants to know who's serious like me. Who's going to take the purple and fucking get it in with me? Cuz I'm here for that. I'm here for the Bacchic Tom. He's here for this. My dog was grabbing the cord. He's here for this. Where is it? Where's Livy's account? So I just want to show you this. In 186 BC, there was a official Roman ban on bacchanalias because they were getting so out of hand. And it's just a bunch of Ammonites, really, if you think about it. A bunch of grapists. That's not to say Dionysus is not necessary for proper Greek religion, but it's like medicine. It's like you don't give somebody a bunch of oxys and say go at it. You take it as there's a way to be. Dionysian is like something that's taken, like you have to be right. You don't let it get out of hand. You don't let people grape people. You don't let people get overdose. Like that's all not like this basically what I'm saying is this got so out of hand they had to ban it. And this makes me think like this is what we're seeing with these Ammonites. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're getting themselves into. They think it's all fun and games, and this is like dangerous shit they're getting themselves into. They have no idea this is fucking. And then plus on top of it, it's all bullshit too. Ammon's lying about this stuff, adding on more stuff that doesn't actually exist. So look at this. Hispalia Facina was a freed woman involved giving a testimony that helped stop the Bacchanalia scandal. So what did she say? Livy claims that after Hispalia refused to stop, Abitius promised that he would not join the Bacchanalia. He went home and told his parents that he would not join as an initiate. Abitius is kicked out of the house, which results in him going to his aunt's house. Both Abitius and Abitia go to the consul, Spurius Postumius, of what goes on in the cult in the Bacchanalias, the Bacchus initiation. So here's what they said. Those rites were performed by women. No man was to be admitted, and they had three stated days in the year on which persons were initiated among the Bacchanalians in the daytime. The matrons used the appointed priestesses in rotation. Pacula, this was like the leader of the whole thing. Anna Pacula, she's a very interesting figure. She was on the run. She got away though, and they killed her son because they were trying to get her. They were trying to find her, so they arrested her son. And they said, if you don't turn yourself in, we're gonna behead your son. And she never turned herself in, and her son died. So she's kind of fucked up. When the priestess, talking about her, made an alteration, very peculiar, as if by direction of the gods, for she first introduced men, changed the time of the celebration from day to night, and instead of 3 days in the year, appointed 5 days in initiation. So notice this. This is why it reminds me of the Ammonites. They're changing shit. She's not following the regimen that was actually laid down by the actual Bacchic priest. She's changing and making up her own shit. She's changing the 3 days to 5 days. She's changing it from day to night. She's changing the celebration. She's introducing men into the initiation. It's supposed to be a Maenadic experience. She brought the men in, and now they're all having sex. Watch. This is what happens. This is Bacchanalia gone wrong. From that time, the rites was thus made common. Men were intermixed with women, which is not a thing that goes on in the very specific Maenadic Bacchanalias. And the licentious freedom of the night was added. There was nothing wicked, nothing flagitious that had been not practiced among them. Basically, everything wicked, everything Pelagius was being practiced. There was more frequent pollution of men with each other than women. If they were less patient in submitting to this dishonor, or more averse the commission of vice, they were sacrificed as victims. What? So apparently there's some human sacrifice going on too. To think nothing unlawful was the grand maxim of the religion. So they're taking the Bacchic religion and just going, fuck it, we're gonna just do whatever we want. Fuck yeah. Everyone just start having sex. Everyone just start sacrifice that guy. He's out of line. Like, they're just crazy. The men, as if barefoot for a reason, uttered predictions with frantic contortions of their bodies. The women, in the habit of Bacchanals, with their hair disheveled, carrying blazing torches, ran down the Tiber, or dipping their torches in the water, they drew them up again with the flame unextinguished, being composed of native sulfur and charcoal. Their number was exceedingly great now, and almost a second state in themselves, and among them were many men and women. By the way, that's nothing. If you actually read Livy's account, it's way dirtier. I just think that Wikipedia just wanted to keep it PG-13 because it's the shit they say that they were doing was crazy, dude. Crazy orgies and shit. So the next thing I wanted to show you. So he's basically asking, do you think they're going to have the experience? I'm recording it. Just recorded Serpent. Uploading to Google Drive. Now look at this. They know who this is. They're all uploading it. They know who this guy is. He's not an outsider. He's not a fucking brothel guy. He's not a Giorgiani fucking guy. He's an Ammon Hillman Ammonite congregation member. He said it. He even said it himself. There's Chewy right there. Awesome. Thank you, David. 8 likes, 4 Chewies, 5 hearts. I brought some to Ammon in New York City, talking about the purple. So he brings the purple. Everyone knows it. There's no like, look at this. Look at this. Look at it. Look at this. Look at the last one right here. So he says, I'm going to bring the purple, right? They all like it. Down here, he says, I want to joke and say, am I a drug dealer now? But those things get taken so out of context. LOL. Thankfully, purple Murex is not illegal. This is fucked up, dude. This guy brought the purple, dealt it to everybody, and then date raped somebody with it. Because you want to know something, guys? You want to know a secret? Purple dye does not get you high. It's not a hallucinogen. It's not psychoactive. It doesn't fucking do anything. Kyle Ruck even admits this. Kyle Ruck used to think it was. And then after there was testing done, because Kyle Ruck's a real scholar who follows the evidence, Kyle Ruck took back his statement and said, after more evidence, I realized the purple doesn't actually do anything. So he abandoned that theory. That's from a long time ago. So people like Ammon will play on Ruck's old theories that he's abandoned. Look it up yourself. Ruck does not think purple does anything. Purple dye, I should say. Not burning purple. Not purple when burnt. That's what it says. Kaisa, porphyra. It means when you burn the purple. It doesn't mean active burning purple. They lie about that too. Dioscorides doesn't actually say burning purple. It says purple when burnt. It's already been it's been burnt. It's now a new thing. It's like charcoal purple. And then you take it. That's how you clean it. That's how you process it. So you can take it without getting like fucking bugs and shit like from the ocean or from the Mediterranean. Like worms and all types of nasty fucking bacteria. You got to process it. And that's what they did. They burn it. And then they take it, and then it's good for your stomach, and it's good for your teeth. That's all he says. So when this guy says, I'm going to bring purple and it gets you high, he's adding drugs to it, dude. You should have figured that out from day one. He's literally lying about this. Purple does not get you high. It's a dye. anyways, and just one more reminder of this. Just one more reminder of this. Yeah. One more reminder of this. There they are together. They know each other. He knows who this is. He knows this is not an infiltrator. He knows this is one of his fucking members. And he's caught, dude. It's over. So he has to blame someone else. He blames it on me. There they are again. There they are again. They're all buddies. They all hang out. There's Snappy. There's Amin with the guy, right? I don't even know this guy's name, Cruz or whatever. There they are hanging out. Hail Satan! Hail Satan! It's a Hebrew. They literally hail a Jewish fucking mythology figure. Satan is a Hebrew word. Doesn't even exist in Greek until after the Septuagint, because it's a transliteration. It comes from Hebrew. So when they pull up Satan in the New Testament and they think it's a Greek word, they're just idiots. Here's another one. She's lucky now. No one's talking about this anymore. This is old news now. Hey, you were right about Snappy. He is a pedo. He is a groomer from his ex-girlfriend. Here's another one. Here's all of them hanging out. Now, this is what I wanted to get to. They did a video where they brought up sources, and they all are trained in Ammonite methodology. So look at this. On the screen, you can see, and of course, Tiger Shark's there with his stupid purple glasses. I can see the purple. My purple glasses. I got purple. I can see the world correctly with my purple glasses. This guy told everybody that he has a PhD from NASA. Like, it's like the craziest, the most insane lie you can, and they all believe it. They're all just stupid. Oh, really? You got a PhD from NASA? Yeah, and my studies have led me to Amen, and I think he's correct. And I go, well, let's see some sources. And he produces AI. And I go, what book is that from? I don't know. I don't know what that's from. It just says it right here. Well, what are you looking at? That's what I said to him. What are you looking at? Is that AI? Well, yeah, because do you think it's wrong? Do you think you know more than AI? That's what he said to me. He got caught pulling up fake verses. The very next day, maybe I could find the clip, because you guys all watch this. Here it is right here. So after he gets caught, this guy right here, after he gets caught, where is it? Why isn't it playing? Okay, so you just saw that guy. If you guys recognize him, where's their knowledge? It doesn't exist. So that guy, he comes on here with his fake PhD to tell me about sources from Ammon Hillman, right? And he starts spewing up sources that he said Jonathan Z. Smith thinks that Ania Niskos is a prepubescent child. Really? That's a first. Can you show me what book it is? And he couldn't find it. He listed a book. I found that book that night. Somebody sent it to me. By the way, he's Marcel Magus. Went and found the book, did a word search, and he said the exact opposite. He said Ania Niskos is a older man and Appius is a child. So he literally lies. And then the next day, after he gets caught lying, I kick him off my stream. I kicked him and Chase off my stream. I was like, I'm done with you guys are lying in front of my audience. Get the fuck off my stage right now. Like, don't ever do that ever again. And in fact, don't even talk to me ever again. This is fucking pathetic. So what does he do? The very next day, I have to bring it up on here because it's not playing for some reason. This is what he does.
literally talks about the Niskos being a Pais as well in a ritualistic context. So, bunch of scholars, bunch of work on this, backing what
Oh wait,
Amen
it
says.
just okay. I'm
Don't
sorry.
and
I'm sorry.
child. You guys can go look this.
Wait, it started playing. Wait, where'd it go? That was weird. It was just playing for a second. Did you guys see that playing? I couldn't see it for a second. Hold on. Sorry about that. Let me play it again. It's bugging out right now. My player is like bugging out right now. It's like doesn't want to play this video for some reason. So look at this. All right, I'm sorry if it's small. You got to deal with it. It's going to be small, and you got to deal with it. Because for some reason my player is not working, so I got to play it through this editing software because it's just got to. I could do this. All right. Now the next day, after I catch him lying, he does damage control. Listen to what he says. This is so crazy. This fake PhD does damage control.
Literally talks about the Niskos being a Pais as well in a ritualistic context. So
he comes on Witch Doctor's channel, and he says, "I've literally found the sources that I couldn't provide Neil last night." That's what he says. And I go, and so this is what he says. So watch what he says.
Bunch of scholars, bunch of work on this, backing what Amen says. Don't let Gnostic Informant or anybody else tell you that this shit doesn't exist.
Don't let Gnostic Informant tell you it doesn't exist. It does exist. Listen, so you think if you're watching this, you're assuming he's going to bring some sources probably, right? Let's watch.
Or anybody else tell you that this scholars, bunch of work on this, backing what Amen says. Don't let Gnostic Informant.
Look at the comment. By the way, Ekball666, good for you, man. You better bring some PDFs, man. Let's see your, because people were mad about this. He was reading AI on my stream and claiming that these were sources, and they were all fake. Every single one of them was fake. I don't know if you guys know this. AI does this all the time, especially his AI, because he's probably getting fake shit all the time. And he couldn't share a screen once. Didn't share a screen one time, and everything he said was fake. So the next day, he jumps on here and says this. And by the way, someone in the comments says, "You better bring a PDF today." You see that right there? This is their response to the comment.
Literally talks about the Niskos being a Pais as well in a ritualistic context.
That doesn't make any sense, by the way. A Niskos can't be a Pais. A Niskos is a Niskos. A Pais is a Pais. That's like saying, I don't know. I was just gonna say a man is a woman, but that might be a little controversial. No, it is it's like saying, oh, a man equals woman, and this is what the source. It doesn't. No, that's not how it works, dude. It's either a Pais or it's a Niskos.
So, bunch of scholars, bunch of work on this, backing what Amen says. Don't let Gnostic Informant or anybody else tell you that this shit doesn't exist. It completely exists. His problem and my problem with him is he wants all of this stuff to be in one fucking book.
Nope, that's not what I said. I want you to show me a single primary source that defends these positions. And the reason why he said that is because what happens is Tiger Shark will throw a bunch of shit at the wall. He'll find one thing from the PGM that mentions a boy. I'm not kidding. A boy is mentioned in a text. And they go, a boy. It's a boy, dude. Why are you getting so giddy? It just mentions boy. And that's all it takes to freak you out. And then another text will mention a drug. Another text mentions purple. Literally, just the word purple. And what they do is they take all these sources that have nothing to do with each other, and they put them in this like a list of sources, and they reconstruct Amen's fake source with a million sources from all different centuries, from all different places in different languages. And look what he does. Listen to this.
His problem and my problem with him is he wants all of this stuff to be in one fucking book.
Like he wants it to be.
Yeah, we have the PDF.
So he responds to this. He goes, "Yeah, we have the PDFs. Watch what happens next. The worst gaslighting you're ever going to imagine in your life. Watch this.
We have the PDF. So he just pulled it up, dude. I mean, you want me to pull all of them up and sit here and read to you like you're a fucking child?
So somebody in the comments, Elk Ball, asked Tiger Shark, because he's like, I have these sources. Neil's lying. Don't listen to Neil. Somebody goes, can you show us the PDFs? And his response is, do you want me to read to you like a little child? So he basically says, no, I'm not going to show it to you. But trust me, bro. Trust me, bro. We have it.
Yeah, so he just pulled it up, dude. I mean, you want me to?
And by the way, he said, I just pulled it up, dude. That never happened. I go watch. You see Witch Doctor, Tiger Shark, and Chase bring the sources. Go watch that video. He never shows it, ever. He shows a title. He shows a title of a PDF, and he never goes into it. And if you go into it, which I did, and I emailed him this, and I got to show you that email. It's so good. He literally lies about the book he's showing.
My problem with him is he wants all of this stuff to be in one fucking book.
Like he wants it to be.
Yeah, we have the PDF. We have the PDF. So he just pulled it up, dude. I mean, you want me to pull all of them up and sit here and read to you like you're a fucking child? You guys can go look this shit up. I'm giving you the titles. And how about if you have contention with it, you can come back and talk to us. But I'm not going to do your homework. I'm not going to go look up books for you. You're an adult. You can go do that on your own.
See, he says, no, I'm not going to show it to you.
Shout out to Marcel for downloading all these books for us and bringing them to us.
And Marcel literally debunks him after
several of
this.
the Discords. I have been posting them. Not all of them because they're huge files.
He's literally just lying right now. None of this was ever provided. He did provide sources that have nothing to do with prepubescent children or Neoniskos equaling pies. That he never provided that. He's just lying right now. He's just literally lying.
Have the Nitro thing. I don't really care about that, so I'm not gonna post large files on there. But the ones that I can post, I post. And I'm sharing this. You can go find this information. We just told you. I'm not gonna sit here and I have a 5-year-old kid. I read to him every night. I'm not gonna read to you guys all night long.
Holy shit, dude! The gaslighting with that guy. He literally tells the audience, "Yeah, we have these sources, but I'm not going to show it to you. I don't have to show it to you." So that day, I look at the book he provided. This is what I wrote to him. This is my email to him. I don't care. I'll show my email. I'm sorry to you, Chase. I apologize to Chase because I actually feel bad about lumping him. Actually, I don't feel sorry. Chase is an idiot. Sorry. He's just fucking shot. Fuck Chase. I said, sorry for lumping you with Tiger Shark. We found this passage that he lied about last night and cited Judith Garland. He cites this scholar. He says that Judith Garland, and he also along with Jonathan Z. Smith, claim that Neoniskos equals Paidion or Pais in Mark 14. That was his claim. So I found the book. I actually have the screenshots right here. I'm going to show you guys. It literally says the exact opposite. And this is what always happens with these people. And she says, what I said to you last night, that Mark specifically used Paidion for child in Mark 9. So there's children mentioned in Mark 9. Mark 9. If you go to Mark 9, it says, here's what it says. It says, he took, so right here, let me show you. Let me just jump over here for 1 second. If you go to Mark 9, it says, he took a little child whom he placed among them. Taking the child in his arms, he said, whoever comes one of these little children in my name welcomes me, right? So in Mark 9, it uses the word Paidion for child. Duh. That's what the Greek says. Mark 14, he changes the word. Here, let's do this. Mark 9:36 Greek. Just real quick. I just got to do a gloss. Look at this. Mark 9, look at this. Paidion. So when the author of Mark wants to use the word child, he will tell you it's a Paidion. Now watch this. When Mark 14 rolls around, Mark 14:51, this literally debunks Ammon, by the way. Think about this. Use your head. When Ammon thinks this is Neoniskos is a pre-person child, why would he use Neoniskos when he already uses paidion everywhere else for child. He specifically uses a different word because it doesn't mean child, it means young man. Duh. Basic 101 shit, right? So now we're on the same page. Back to the email. So I said, they use child in Mark 9, and then Mark specifically uses neoniskos in Mark 14, for which she then gives a footnote as a man. She literally writes this in her book, is a man up to 40, not pre-puberty fucking child. And I wrote, such typical Ammonite possessed compulsive liar that you need to lie to my face and thousands of people just because you refuse to do real research and wake up to reality that your desired outcome about Jesus being a pedo doing drugs at 4 a.m. is not real. I can't comprehend why people like you and Ammon and Maddie need to insist that all of reality is wrong and you have it right, even going to lengths this great to convince yourself. Last night was embarrassing. You should feel embarrassed. I want to apologize for blah, blah, blah. I don't care. Also, Jonathan Z. Smith also specifically mentions that in his book, Nina Suzuki. So look at this. Here's the footnote from the book that he quoted. He literally said to his audience and to Witch Doctor that this book right here says that a neoniskos is a prepubescent child. Look what it says in footnote 21. The term neoniskos at Mark 14 can refer to a young man as old as 40. 40. Here's the page. Ready? Let's read it. Ready? So this is footnote 21. Let's see. Right here. In the summary, Mark includes a substantial... Oh, no, let's go up a little bit. The son with the spirit causes deafness and muteness since childhood. Paidion, 9:21, is called paidion in Mark 9:24. Remember, I just showed you that. Little child, they use the word paidion in 9:24. Here, the diminutive is coupled with a reference to the father of the child, ho pater tu paidio, and thus indicates a biological relationship, not age. The fact that he is brought up by his father to Jesus while not undergoing a seizure may suggest he is unable to come independently and so is still a young child. Right? In summary, Mark includes a substantial amount of material on children in his gospel, and he ties this material together by the use of common terminology. His lack of attention to children's precise ages, except in one case, suggests a thematic relationship among these texts. So, yeah, children I mentioned. So, duh. You think the word child means something like it's automatically occultic because it mentions the word child? Is that what your brains think? Like, that's insane that you think that. Like, that's crazy. The word child is mentioned and it's got to be sexual. That's what these people think like. All right. So we're going to go to a clip. Let's see. Where is it? We got you're going to love this. So I remember. All right. Here, let me just do something real quick. So we'll start with this one, and then we're going to find that we're going to go to the video. We'll start with this one right here. So they bring this. So there's Tiger, there's Maddie, that crazy guy. I don't even know if that guy's insane, dude, out of his fucking mind. The Theriac is in Revelation, even though it says beast, but I just think it's about drugs because I want it to be. Anyways, Snappy, creepy looking Snappy, by the way, creeps me out now. You ever like have someone's mind, like you like the person for a while, and then like your whole perception of them changes, and then you look back and you're like, why was I ever, I don't know what the fuck. Anyways, Maddie provides this source. Maddie, trained Ammonite right here, provides this source. And this whole video, by the way, mind you, this whole video was debunking me because I kept saying that there's no sources for any of the stuff they claim. So they all got together and they made this video where We're going to show you guys all the sources that mention children being used in drugs and rituals. Let's see what they bring, right? Cassius Dio, Roman History, Book 74. Julianus, this is what Maddie brings here. Julianus also killed many boys as a magic rite, believing that if he looked into their entrails or used them for child divination, paediomentia, so they literally quote the word child divination, paediomentia. That's crazy. Child divination, paediomentia. That's crazy, right? Watch this. Wait till you see this. Oh, yeah. So let's put a note in that for now. He could learn the future, for he was constantly consulting those who professed to evoke spirits and those who employed children for gazing into the water basins and lamps, seeking to discover whatever. Okay, let's check this out. Watch this. Watch this. Okay. I gotta pull this up. This channel. So, as you can see, one second. Give me a second. Where is it? Okay, I think this is it. Okay, this right here. All right, this is a good. I'm gonna promote Ashley for a second. Ashes to Ashes. She made a good post on this. So that's not a real word. So this is that. Oh, this is a different source, by the way. But I'll get back to that one that I just showed you. So there's two sources they show. One of them they have the word paedopharmakeia, child drugging, paedopharmakeia, and it's circled in red, right? And then it says right here, paedeusiophagia, child essence. Well, guess what? When you do a word search, now I'm not talking about Perseus Tufts now. I'm talking about the TL fucking G, the entire corpus of Greek. If you try to type in the word paedopharmakeia, it doesn't exist. It's a fake word. It doesn't exist. It's fake. They made this up to try to convince their audience that I'm lying about all this stuff, and they actually do have real sources. It's a fake word. We're gonna go to the real source in a second. I promise. I'll show you, because you guys are probably dying to go, well, what does the source even say if they're lying about it? This word right here, paedopatosphagia, not a real word. Doesn't exist. It's not a Greek word in any single source. Zero searches found. Fake. Look at Snappy smiling about this. Oh my God, this is such, look at Tiger Shark. Oh my God, you found the best source ever. Look at them, all giddy. It's literally a fake source. All right, let's go to it. I believe it's in Maddie's channel, where we can play the clip and then go to the actual sources. Let's see if I can find it. I think it's in here somewhere. No, I'm going way too far. Which one is it? Which one is it? Let's see. Is this it? No? Here, let me just find out where this source is real quick. Or I mean the video. While I'm waiting on that, let's go to the actual let's go to the actual sources. So watch this. So you just saw those screenshots, right? And I put Stephen put this together and was able to find the actual sources and went to the TLG to see if those words existed. They don't. The first one we read, which one is it? Cicero. Is that Cicero? No, it's not it. Which one was it again? Cassius Dio. There it is. Cassius Dio. We just read this one. Oh, wait. Here's the video right here. Boom. I got it. Okay. So I'll be able to go back a second. All right. Actually, let's watch the clip. Sorry. I'm all over the place. I'm just trying to do a whole bunch of shit at once. We found the clip. Here it is right here.
I just wanted to mention the divination by entrails is a really, really old form of divination. So the idea that they're doing it, yeah, like the Sumerians are doing that. Like it's a really, really old form.
That is true.
So the idea that it's like going all the way to Roman times and they're doing it on children now instead of.
I have a book here from who is it? Walter Burkett called. What is the name of the book? I have it over here somewhere. Actually, let me play this clip and I'll pull it up right now.
Animals is kind of insane.
Absolutely insane. You know, because I always thought the idea of a haruspex, cutting out the liver of a cow, and then you're like holding it up and you're reading it, feeling the bumps. Now imagine you're doing that with a child.
Yeah.
Takes on a whole other level of insanity.
So this book right here, and if they say something correct, I'm going to say they said something correct. That was a good point. There's a book by Walter Burkett. This is a great book. It's called The Orientalization of Greek Culture Revolution. Oh, I'm sorry. The Near Eastern Influence, Orientalization on Greek Culture, Revolution, and Early Archaic Age. Walter Burkett. And he has a whole chapter on the haruspex. You see that? The haruspex? And checking the entrails and how the Babylonians used to do this. And they at some point the Etruscans pick it up. The Etruscans started doing it, and then it makes its way into Roman religion. But he traces the lineage going back to Babylon. This whole book is like awesome. If you want to balance, if people want to say Greeks influence everything, like Greeks influence a lot. Fuck yeah, Hellenism. But it's balance your shit out a little bit. Read. There's other influences coming from the East too. You got to know this stuff. If you're going to make these arguments, at least know what's going on. You know, at least have more knowledge, understand these things. It's better to know more than to just be dogmatic all the time. Anyways.
But yeah. So here's another one on Julianus. He even went so far as to perform a
Wait, hold on. We're still on the other one. This one right here.
Holding it up and you spec, you know,
is kind of insane.
Lamp.
Ruin of his sovereign spirit. Julianus also killed many boys as a magic rite, believing that if he looked into their entrails or used them for child divination, he could learn the future. For he was constantly consulting those who professed to evoke spirits, and those who employed children for the gazing into water basins and lamps, seeking to discover whether he could ward off the impending ruin of his sovereignty.
Look at them all smiling like, yeah. All right, let's go to the actual text. Let's go to the actual text. Cassius Dio, we just saw the clip. And it says Julianus also, here's the extract what they wrote. And we just heard him say that. There's the Greek original. This is the part that we're in question. So Actene de kai paidas suknus epi maganelmasin. And so what is that actually? What is that? What's going on here? What's this? Wait a minute. Actually, the real question is, where's this word? Paidomantia. Where is it? It's not in there. And then it says, hos kai aposterepsai ti ton melon ton. talking about the dark arts, right? Magical practices. And so it does say he killed multiple boys. That's what it says right here. That's what this word is right here. Maganelmasin, right? Magical practices right here. That's what that means. That's where the word magas comes from, right? Maga, right? And suknus. So he kills numerous boys with magical practices. So he's using magical practices to kill boys. But look how they wrote it. Julianus killed many boys as a magical rite. That's wrong. That's way different. That's a totally different context. He uses a magical ritual to kill boys, which is still a crazy source. Like, yeah, I should be talking about this source. This is a cool fucking source. It's a crazy source, actually. But notice how what it doesn't say. Thinking that if he learned future events beforehand, he would be able to avert some of them. So there is this word right here, paidomanteia. It's not even in there. They added that in there. The child divination. It doesn't exist. It's a fake fucking word. Like this should be making you should be fuming right now. If these are your teachers, on the screen right now, if you consider these four to be teachers of you, you should be fuming right now that they just read this out to you. And they're literally quoting Greek words on the screen. Paidomanteia, it's not even in the fucking source. Like what? You're adding Greek words that doesn't exist? Child divination? You're making shit up. Look how stupid she looks right now. Oh my God, perfect. Look, he's picking his nose. Dude, this is crazy. This is absolutely insane. You're making up fake sources. It doesn't exist. Anyways, let's keep going.
So, yeah, still very masculine, trying to control, right? Because of our state, yeah, the light and the dark sacrifices of the magician. So, I believe in these first ones, they were talking a lot about the witch of Thessaly, right? I feel like you know a lot about that, Snappy.
Okay, so what you just watched it. Listen to what she says right here.
Talking about sacrifice would be a term.
This is what I wanted to go to right here. Paidomanteia, right? And they even show it on the screen by itself. They make a big deal out of it. Paidomanteia. Listen to this.
Child use in magic.
Yeah.
That word does not exist in any single primary source ever. They made it up.
So the first bit I want to talk about is the most gruesome stuff, using children as a means of divination.
Why do you want this to be real? That's what everyone needs to be asking themselves. Why do these four want this to be real so badly that they're willing to make up sources to support this? This is not a real word, guys. Paidomanteia is not a real word. Look it up for yourself if you don't believe me. Go to LSJ, go to TLG, go to any fucking lexicon, anything out there, and try to find this word. It doesn't exist.
And looking at just different texts that talk about or mention just that. So the first slide, you can go ahead. So yeah. So I asked AI to give me a word that
Did you hear that? Did you catch it? We got to slow down for this one. This is not real research, dude. This is pathetic. This is pathetic. Look at this.
could be a term. So yeah. So I asked AI to give me a word that could be a term.
I asked AI to give me a word You ask AI to fucking lie for you, to give you a fake word to support your insane child pedo fantasy stuff, child divination, child abuse. This is all child abuse. I don't care if it's pedophilia. I don't care if it's they're killing them. This is all child abuse. And they want people to see, they want this to be out there. This is their dogmatic, this is their doctrine, dude. This is Ammonite doctrine, child divination. Look how happy, look at their faces right now.
In ancient Greek, talking about term. So yeah. So I asked AI to give me a word that so yeah. So I asked AI to give me a word that could be a term in ancient Greek, talking about sacrificial slaughter of a child for divination. So I wanted the most grotesque. Now you can go to the first source. So these are all the sources, and
hold on. Did you catch that? Sources that talk about the paidopatospagia. A made-up term.
Now you can go to the first source. So these are all the sources, and yeah. So Cicero talks about. So this first bit says why.
So you know what's going on here. Maddie's going to ChatGPT and going, "This is what Ammon's claims are. I need sources that support this." And when you do that, I'm telling you, if you try doing that, you are going to get fake. It's going because AI wants to help you. It wants to get you the objective. So it will tweak what's out there. I'm not kidding. This might sound crazy. If you guys think that I'm lying, let me show you something right now. I got to show you this. Where is it? Hold on. I gotta find this. Where is it? Let me just keep playing this clip while I'm looking.
Why do you practice these wild and barbarian customs? Why do you call upon the terrifying spirits of the underworld? Why do you seek to appease them with the entrails of murdered boys? Why do you look down upon the auspices of our state, yet delight in the dark sacrifices of the magicians? So I believe in these first ones, they were talking a lot about the witch of Thessaly, right? I feel like you know a lot about that, Snappy.
A bit.
Yeah, so I don't. So I'm just reading this stuff and seeing and researching it and seeing what comes up. So
just looking things up on ChatGPT to see what comes up. That's it. Just trying to find it, trying to look. I'm just looking this stuff up. I don't even know anything. She just admitted she doesn't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know any of this stuff. I'm just looking it up on ChatGPT. Well, what do you know? And I'm gonna find. I have a Twitter post from a while ago where I was showing how ChatGPT was giving me fake sources. I was looking for Plutarch sources, and it was giving me fake sources because the way I was asking for them was I was demanding a certain source, and ChatGPT was like, "Here you go," and it just gave me a fake one. So it does that a lot. Here. So here's what you just read what it said. Here's what it actually says. You just read, this is what they wrote. Their Latin original, this is the Latin original. And I got the whole Latin original right here. And the actual translation is, so let's just read it one more time real quick. What they said. What they said was, why do you practice these wild and barbarian customs? Why do you call upon terrifying spirits of the underworld? Why do you seek to appease them with the entrails of murdered boys? Pererum extis. Okay, that's weird. Why do you look down on the auspices of our state? Yet you delight in dark sacrifices of the magicians. Want to know what it actually says? And since all great undertakings take their beginnings from the immortal gods, I want you to answer me, who you habitually call yourself a Pythagorean. Let me just skip ahead. What such perversity of mind possessed you? What such madness that, although taken unheard of and unpious rites, although you summoned souls from the underworld, you were accustomed to sacrifice divine manes with boys' entrails? You despise the auspices upon which the city was founded and the entire commonwealth. Now look, did you hear how different that was? Now you do have boys' entrails, but you know what you don't have? Added or distorted from the material. Terrifying, murdered boys, pererum extis, with the entrails of boys. Killing is not as necessary. Killing is necessarily implied by possessing entrails, but murder is an editorial intensification. Dark sacrifices and of the magicians, whatever they wrote right here, this right here. Where is it? Delight in dark sacrifices of the magicians. That's not even in the source at all. It doesn't even exist. Delight in, absent. The original is one long accusatory question structured in K pravitas, K for war. The slide turns subordinate allegations into a succession of cinematic. Why do you? So they literally, so what like you're changing these sources to sound dramatic rewrite is what it's called. They're doing dramatic rewrites. They're adding in shit that's not there, right? Let's do another one. They're making it sound way more ritualistic. They're like making it sound like these are rituals that are like involved in some sort of mystery religion, and it's usually not. It's usually some sort of like you'll see. Watch this.
But what do you think, Snappy?
Why do you seek to appease them with entrails of murdered boys? Why do you look upon the auspicious of our state, yet delight in dark sacrifices of the magicians? Wow, so she's killing boys and utilizing their organs as a curse object.
That's not what it said. That's not what it said. So back to let's go back to it one more time. Jesus, that's annoying. What are these jewels, by the way? Well, I don't know what these are. Let me try to see if I can turn this sound off. I don't know why somebody doesn't let me turn the sound off. It's weird. All right, can you still hear me? Can you guys still hear me? Make sure you guys can still hear me. Anyways, let's keep going. Why do I keep hearing that shit? How do I get rid of it? How do I delete that shit? Super chat? Is that considered a super chat? I'll just delete this whole fucking thing right now. Because I don't know why it keeps making that stupid sound. It just drops another one. Unk alert? What the hell is that even? What are you playing some game in my chat? What's going on with that? Remove. Okay. That's not, you shouldn't hear that anymore. All right. So I thought I just fucking deleted it. I guess not. What is that even coming from? Subscribers, members. Is that members? No. Chat? Let me see if I delete the chat and see what happens. All right. It's still working. It's still doing the fucking noise, dude. I don't know what these jewels even are, to be honest. Anyways. All right, let's go back.
When she needs a living voice to cry out fate, she slays the youth herself. She snatches the charred bone bones and smoking ashes of children from the midst of the pyre. Tearing the funeral torch from the parents' grip, she buries souls alive while they still control their bodies, forcing death upon them while fate still owes them years, so that a violent, unpolluted spirit may screech from the depths. So, I picked that because it mentions this unpolluted spirit, but also talks about the.
So that's a boring one, but this also was lied about too. Every single one, all of them were to some degree like fabricated in some way. For example, Pharsalia right here, she wrote what you just heard, and then it's the actual Latin's right here. Anyone can check it out for themselves. And the real translation, like the reason I can show you what it is. She buries living souls. She could still controlling their own limbs in a tomb, although the fates still owe them years, and unwilling to death overtakes them. What has been altered? This is not a continuous quotation. It's a fabricated composite. Children. The Latin says, fumantes eovenum cineris. That is the smoking ashes of young men. So there you go again. They literally have to change young men to boys. They have to. It's part of their whole fucking cult thing, dude. They're like, oh, this is the word for children, puerum in Latin. It doesn't say that. They changed it. She did, at least, or maybe she got ChatGPT. She literally changed it to boys to make it sound like this little children being used in divination. And it's not. It's literally fake, dude. They're just fake. Every single one that I'm about to show you, they're all fake. Let's do a couple more before we get out of here. A couple more.
This
It's not. He's like
Semitic idea or like a Near Eastern idea.
For an inopportune
offing kid.
Apuleius.
sense. All right. Well, let's continue.
Oh, this is the one that I really wanted to talk about. Epiphanius. So this is what's so great. Look at, they found this source from Epiphanius, and they must have the memory. Snappy must have the memory of a goldfish. I've talked about this fucking source 100 times. 100 times. I talked about it on Danny Jones. Because this is actually not from Epiphanius. Epiphanius is quoting Hippolytus.
Great length.
Epiphanius is in 350 AD. Hippolytus is like 200 AD.
He causes the liquid to appear purple and red, so that it seems that the grace from the realms above drops her own blood into his cup, and from this, these youths who receive it are thrown into an ecstatic trance.
Look at Snappy.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Appear purple and red.
Oh my God, it's
a
purple.
liquid that's purple and red.
Oh my God, a purple red liquid.
So that it seems that the grace. So
oh my God, Almond's right. Almond's right. By the way, so let's do this. Gnostic informant, Danny Jones. Watch this. Can you guys hear that noise that they're doing? I don't know. Am I the only one that can hear it, or can you guys all hear it? The silver star, this shit, the 2 jewels. Can you guys hear that or no? Is it just me? Dude, stop. Dude, I'm going to ban you. I'm going to put you in timeout. You're getting really annoying with that shit, dude. All right, so here we go. Because Galen's drawing from the guys before him, Dioscorides, Asclepiades. These are all like medical texts that they're these.
What was the burning purple? Do you know what I'm talking about?
And then there's John Paul and whatever, all the way down to 4th or 5th. He's like, there's only a few between Peter and this guy. Important these people were in the church early on. And this is not just some random nobody.
His successor was named. His name is Marcus the Valentinian.
Oh,
His
Marcus.
other title was Marcus Magus. Marcus Magus.
Mhm.
And this guy got in trouble. He was in Rome. He was performing Eucharist, and he was adding some purple substance to the drinks, and it was causing people to hallucinate. It was a psychedelic potion.
I literally talked about this 100 times, including on Danny Jones. And this whole video, by the way, mind you, this whole Witches Symposium video was to debunk me. And for them to think that I didn't know about this is insane. Look at this. Pretending, and then they cut off the part where it says Marcus. This only happened once. We only have one example of this. Pretending that he's offering a Eucharist, he adds a purple substance. We don't know what that purple substance is. It's a liquid. It's not like a dye. It's not it's not anything like a substance. It can't be burnt purple, by the way. It's some sort of liquid. We don't know what it is. And I used to talk about this all the time to support Amen. It's one of the few sources that I thought was like supporting his theory. And then I started, after some time, I was pretty much begging the guy, where is the actual like prepubescent stuff? Because there's sources that mention purple all over the place. It's one of the fucking few colors that exist. There's only purple, red, blue, green, yellow. Of course, you're gonna run into purple here and there. So I don't know why. It's like this is like so I already brought this up. I already knew about this. They're finding this for the first time, and Snappy must be an idiot because Snappy knows I've brought this up before, and he's like, "Oh wow, it's a purple drug. Oh my god!" Like, duh, we've talked about this before. And look at not only do they bring fake sources, the one source that they find that's real, it's already been discussed at length, and everyone already knows about it. So I don't know. Let's do another one. Let's do another one. Here, let me just do this. Let's see. Which one was another fake one? All right, this one was pretty bad too. Julianus. Oh no, that's the same one. Apuleius. Okay, here we go. Apuleius. Let's do that one. And then of course they're digging into the PGM. Oh my god, the word purple. You see the word, look at the word boy over here. Purple boy, purple boy. Apuleius, here it is.
The 2000 texts that were, I think this is just like part of the 2000 texts that were destroyed and we just never got. Right? Are the
2000? We found 2000. They're all, and 95% of them are fake,
just relative,
or just like nothing important at all. Like it's like really it mentions purple here, it mentions boys here, and that supports literally. By the way, I want to remind you what Amen's claim actually is. By the way,
of those other darker magics that were happening.
Yeah.
Right. Hard to say.
So I found this other one, Horus.
Oh wait, I skipped ahead too much.
Right. State. It's so really they were.
I'm not law from created.
Where is it?
Most.
Yeah, right there. Oh well, you ain't up.
Here we go.
Okay, so Apuleius, the golden ass. There's quite a bit about this guy that I have in here, but this bit from the Golden Ass says these sorceresses slice off pieces of human faces to use in their spells, and when they lack corpses, they do not hesitate to bring ruin upon the living, cutting away the flesh of young boys to serve as a physical vessel or anchor for the horrific arts.
So there you go. There's that horrific arts thing again. There's ChatGPT keeps doing this. It keeps giving him this horrific arts of young boys. It's you can see the pattern now. Now watch what it actually says. Here's another. It's another fabricated source, another heavily fabricated source. And by the way, they're doing what the church does. The church mistranslates the Septuagint and fabricates it and interpolates text to put Jesus in there. You're seeing it happen. This is so crazy. They should study. Scholars should study what they're doing, because we're watching what Christianity did in the first 3 centuries in real time, where they literally went back and edited and faked and interpolated. For example, Josephus. I don't know if you guys know this. Josephus is not a real source. It's been heavily interpolated. The part that mentions Jesus, where it was like, he's the Messiah, and he performed many miracles, that's heavily fabricated by later Christians. We're watching them do this in real time to their audience, to their congregation members. Now watch this. Here's what it actually says. You just heard what she said. There is what she wrote right there. Cutting away the flesh of young boys to serve as a physical vessel and anchor of their horrific arts. There's the Latin right here. And then it says, whereby witches commonly bite pieces off the faces of the dead and serve them as supplies of their magical art. So it's a very interesting source. Now, I'm not saying it's not interesting. Where are the boys? Where is the little boys at? It says faces of the dead. Mortuum passim right there. The word boy doesn't exist in here. Look what she wrote. Cutting away the flesh of young boys to serve as a physical vessel for the horrific arts. And the word horrific's not even in there. It just says witches commonly bite pieces from the faces of the dead and then serve them as supplies for their magical art, which we know that's like PGM shit, right? What has been fabricated? Young boys is not in there. And by the way, if you go, I have a whole list here of sources that they fabricated. And almost all of them add the word young boys. They add this in there. They want it to be pederasty. So it says the faces of dead people. Ora marturum. The closest wording is artis magicae supplementa. So magic practice, right? Magic supplements, materials. So they're just fabricating stuff. And I just want to remind people, why are they doing this? People are probably wondering, why would they do this? And I got to get going after this. Oh, it's late. Let's go. Let's just real quick, before we close out, I want to remind you all this. Wait, wrong one. Just want to remind you all. Where is it? Hillman. No, that's not it. Why isn't it coming up? This is it. Okay, hold on. Here. Look at this. He wrote this in an article. He wrote this right here. The purple, here it is right here. The Yos, here it is right. Licking the genital of pubertal and prepubertal priestesses in order to receive medications was a prominent ritualistic practice. His citation, because you're like, citation needed, right? 41. He just goes cunnilingus as a medical religious. This is a medieval source or way later source. This is not from antiquity. As a medico religious act was common enough for Aeschylus to gingerly play with the theme in Agamemnon. Licking the seminal fluid is nourished by the groin. That's not what that says. If you go to Agamemnon, it doesn't say anything like that at all. It doesn't even mention licking seminal fluid at all. At all. It's not even there. He made this up. I guess we have a couple more minutes. Let's go to Agamemnon. Agamemnon 1478 and Aeschylus. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Let's do what is it called? Loeb. Aeschylus. Hold on. I just want to show you guys probably we got to see that now. Agamemnon. Aeschylus. Where is it? Wait, where is it? I can't find it. Was Loeb even had that one? Hold on, let me just check what he wrote. He wrote Agamemnon 1478 Aeschylus. So let's do this. Aeschylus. Agamemnon. Oh, it's called the Aristia. Okay, my bad. It has a different name. Here it is right here. Aristia libation bearers. Is that the one? All right. So Agamemnon 1478. Now you just saw what it said. 1478. Wait, is this the right one? Am I the right one? Aristia. Oh, it's your Aristia Agamemnon right here. Okay, boom. 1478. Remember what he just wrote. Let's read what it actually says. Now, if you guys are going to, he's just using a translation. This is Loeb, dude. This is the standard translation from the best classicists ever on the planet. This is the standard translation. Amon Hillman does not even fucking stack up even close to these people right here that are producing Loeb translations. All right, 1478, right? And we'll check out the Greek too. Let's see if maybe he's not. Look what it says. For it grows the terrible lust to lick blood. It says someone wrote a footnote. It's uncertain what the corrupt Nera conceals. Some of the possible restorations require punctuation. Before the old wound is healed, there is fresh suppuration. You can see right here. Gar eros ama haimatolikos. Toiloikos, sorry. Toiloikos. So it says blood licking, right? Blood licking. Lust for blood licking. Eros, right? Eros, lust. To desire the blood licking. And guess what? People say haima can mean sperm. It does not. Amon made that up too. Go ask any other classicists out there. Can haima mean sperm? It doesn't. So you have a source here that mentions licking blood. Let's go back to what he actually says it says. He wrote, so he has the right Greek right there. Then he writes, the love for licking seminal fluid. That's not what haima means. Seminal fluid is not. Haima means blood. And then it says, is nourished by the groin. He writes, nera for nethers or groin is properly in the region of the body. So he lies about his own citation here. But the big takeaway is, then he writes, licking the genitalia of puberty and pre-puberty priestess in order to receive medications. Where did that come from? Even if we granted the haima stuff, where is the pre-pubertal stuff coming from? Your citation was Agamemnon. Where is the pre-puberty shit, dude, in that source? Where was it? Nothing. It doesn't exist. It's not there. If you read this text that I'm showing you, it'll drive you crazy. So Eos right drugs applied to the anus of initiates were characterized by their purple or deep scarlet color, which would stain the anus, vagina, or mouth. 42. What does he write for 42? He just writes the purple color of the Eosrite concretations was associated very early with Medea and Colchian fire. So there's literally no citation at all. He cites, and then you keep going, he puts Georgix. 2465. Let's go to that. Let's see if we find any. What did he say? He said purple stains on anuses or vagina. Remember, we just heard that. Purple stains. Let's go to Virgil. Georgix. What number was that? It was Virgil 2465. So 2465. Ready? Ready for this? Assyrian dies. The service of their clear oil is not spoiled with the cassia, yet they have sleep free from anxiety. There's no stained anuses at all. Nothing. Fake. Just seriously, just fake, made up. His citation brings you nowhere. It's made up. There's nothing about anuses in here. Nothing. Nothing about anuses in here, ever. Check the Latin yourself, guys. Screenshot this. Go find this. Do the homework. I'm not a good Latin guy, so I'm actually going off of this. But I can tell you right now, purple's not even in here. I know that. It just says die. Let alone anus or mouth. Nothing prepubertal. It's just made up shit. Let's just go back to it one more time. So he writes, purple color of the ghost was associated very early on with Medea and her Colchian fire. He just made that up. Here's the big one. Here it is. Drum roll, please. He writes, the burning purple, a mixture of Medea's vaginal excreta combined with ritual drugs, was also used as an ink. One of the ancient sources tells us that the golden fleece of the Argonauts was ram skin, upon which was a written formula for the cult drug compound used in the mystery rite, otherwise known as burning purple, Carl Ruck 381. And you have watched me 100 times go through this. Carl Ruck never mentions burning purple once. Not once. And we asked Carl Ruck what he thought about burning purple. He said, "What's that? What's that?" He said, "I don't know what that is." Isn't that crazy? Just made it up. It's all made up. And I just want to, real quick, I just want to remind, before I leave, I just want to do one more thing. I want to go to my, I was watching a video that I saw, let's see, in my history. And I didn't catch this until today. I saw in my I caught someone's video today who came out here once. It was an Ammonite, and he made a video. And he responded to me. I never saw it till today, so I just want to respond to it. Let me see if I can find it right now. And then I'm out of here. I got to go. Let's see. Where is it? I think I was on my channel today. Wait, where is it? There was an Ammonite who made a short, and he was like, I was on the channel with Neil, and he asked if I ever found any sources. He's like, I'm actually interested in talking about this, but I don't know what he means by burning purple. He said something like that, something along those lines. And now I seem to not be able to find it. I could have swore I watched it on my channel. Maybe I was watching it not logged in, because I can't find it now in my I can't find it now. That sucks. That does suck. Yeah, I can't find it now. Damn, that sucks. I don't know where this guy's video is at. What was his name, by the way? Here's another weird. Here, let's play this actually. Actually, no, that's it for now. I'm gonna close out, and this has been fun. But yeah, you have just attained true. And by the way, I'm actually not glad that I was right. By the way, but it is what it is. So you have just attained true gnosis.
You have just attained true gnosis. The demiurge has no power over